Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome. Greetings, greetings, greetings. Oh my goodness, how's everybody doing? No, I hope that your Tuesday was fantastic. Um, hey, omo, na yes, so na president they borrow more money. I be now let me dey hear am. The man they borrow more billions, join billions. And Wike don dey cede property to him father, 90-year-old papa. He don carry property give am. Wike no send una. Wike does not care, does not give a damn. Wike is like, okay, you people want to talk about me and my sons? Well, well, well. I'm going to give you something to talk about. I'm going to give you something to talk about. Since you guys want to yap, 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 I'm going to deal with you people. I go show now say I don't give a damn. That's what Wiki is doing. Innocent. Innocent. He say, and so, you people have not seen anything. Did you hear him in Edo State defending Okpebolo's stupid comments that he made? Did you guys see him in Edo State doing that? Oh, I never see anything. This guy is ready. He's ready for anything that's going to come. He's ready. God. I look, I say, now like this, now Nigerian politics, this is where they've gotten to. This is where Nigeria has gotten to. Finally. Eh? Hey. Oh, now here we do. Oh my goodness. You see, do you hear that PDP, they are trying to fix their party? They are coming together to discuss how they are going to patch the party again and move forward. I heard that they are trying to nominate a southern person as a presidential candidate. Hey, God. Nigeria is a joke. Nigeria is a jokey. When I see the police protest when they do, they carry police to come flog them. Ooh, ooh. Mm. You know, guys, you go look this Nigerian matter when you no go laugh. Guys, you want it to you must laugh. Everything that's happening in Nigeria is up for just to laugh, just to crack jokes. You know. Now, I'm sure that you guys saw I shared the live with Emir Saddam and all of that, talking about the coalition and all of that. I kind of understand what he's saying, about the coalition, because the truth is we're 2 years away from the actual election. It's just, because APC already started campaigning. That's the problem. APC don't already start to the campaign, even though nobody don't talk about campaign yet, but APC is already in campaign mode. That is what started all of this. And I agree we should not be distracted, right? And we need everybody to be a part of this, of getting this Nigeria back. I don't know how we're going to get Nigeria back without a fight. It's not going to be possible without a fight. Clearly, this one now, we have to tell ourselves the truth. It's either you fight or you go home. It's go hard or go home. There's no in between anymore. You understand? There's no, oh well, maybe I should have done this, or maybe I should have done it. There's nothing like that anymore. There's no excuse, because we're actually walking on very thin rope now in Nigeria. Very, very thin rope. That's what we're working on. Because none of these people are ready to relinquish anything. Everybody is just, everybody is everybody is thinking of, hopefully, I'm hoping that everybody is on the same page and they're all thinking of getting the country back. Did you guys see the video of Amechi in River State? Let me show you the video. Omo, I like what Amechi said, Sha. I mean, I not like the man so much, but I mean, hey, you cannot take away the fact that he's actually doing something, right? He went to River State. Let me play the video for you guys.
Hey, did you know that SMUD is now paying Sacramento homeowners thousands of dollars upfront to put a backup?
You for coming. I'm happy you came, and I'm happy that we are busy. Exactly. Go back to that house very closely. This is just to say to you, there is a new party in town.
Hello. If you're not tired of President Tinubu, I am tired. If you're not hungry, no man. If the rich men are spending 4 million a month for fuel, for electricity, only God knows how you are surviving. And the president said he doesn't care. He said he's not here to make you happy. ADC is here to make you what? River State is notorious for writing results. When they write results, they claim they have won. That was the truth. If you will not match with those result matchers, to announce results. You hear me? You hear me? God will bless all of us. Let's go to town. And the mouth of the movement.
Why don't you own apartment buildings? Seriously, why don't you own these big apartment buildings? And
Yeah, wow. All this orange, orange, orange everywhere. Orange everywhere. Anyway, we've seen enough of this. Next video.
Beliefs of everyone is the possibility of having the presidential candidate or helping the presidents online that people are expecting to. One of them is supposed to claim the ticket as the presidential candidate. If it happens that somebody from the north gets it, how are you going to support this initiative?
The problem we have always had is that we try to weave our support and loyalty around interests when we have not been able to build the structure, the substructure that will carry the load. The presidential candidate will carry the load. For now, we are more concerned about laying a solid foundation for a new beginning, as I pointed out earlier. When we build that house, in cause of its construction, in cause of its erection, the outstanding leader will emerge, and we all will see it and rally around him or her. This is not the time to talk about, this is the only time to talk about laying the foundation first of the big house.
Finally, for me, the man we are here to receive served as governor like 8 years ago, if not more than 8 years ago. What's the possibility of him, gathering the kind of support that will translate to victory as far as this is concerned after 10 years of living in this place as the serving governor?
Let me say this as an individual. I don't know what God holds for anybody, and in particular him. But if I look at who he has been, what he has been, and what he has done, from mathematical point of view, I could see a clear straight line moving up from nothingness to being a member of the House, to being a Speaker of the House, to being a governor, to be a minister. And if this trend had been maintained over time, my wish for him, as his loyalist, is that the sky should be his limit in politics.
Thank you so much.
All right.
So
I don't need to advise APC. I don't need to advise any other party. I will only advise those of us that are joining ADC to prepare to build a solid foundation that will give any other party a good fight.
Now, is it a case of where Amechi go those of are you APC?
I've joined the ATC.
Okay, so is it a case of where Amechi goes?
Well, necessarily, when you say where Amechi goes, people go. I'm a Christian. I'm a follower of Christ. And I see the example Christ has given. The same way Amechi has shown example of leadership, man management, resource management, influence management, and we believe in his leadership. We have also seen other leaders, and he has distinguished himself as a great leader of men and resources. So we trust his leadership. So far, so good. We don't have any reason to deviate from his leadership.
Okay, so we saw a very negative trend in the last election where other political parties were stopped from campaigning, where intimidators allowed to under the former administration.
Yes.
And of course, we know he's still in power to speak.
Yes.
How ready are you guys to go through that kind of hurdle that happens to set the beginning?
By the grace of God, the dynamics that played in 2023, the same dynamics will not play in 2027. Rivers people have become wiser. Nigerians have become wiser. In a democracy, Rivers is under military government. Instituted by people who say they are Democrats. And Rivers people are unhappy, and Rivers people will display that unhappiness when the appropriate time comes. My name is Right Honorable Dr. Davis, former member of House of Representatives, and other things too.
Well, if you ask me to reply on that, I will. Will the military governor still continue to be the governor of Rivers State during elections? He won't. Then we'll confront him.
Okay, sir. The man we are here to receive served as governor in the last for 8 years. 2025 makes it 10 years since he left office as governor. How optimistic are you that he still has kind of followership that you translate whatever he's coming to do to start?
You know, people underestimate Rivers people a lot. We are very patient people. So the patience has stalled. And you can still see that the man has a followership. The destruction of Rivers State started in 2013. I was a member of the House then. So the eggs we laid them has hatched. And every Rivers man is now crying, asking for a new thing to happen. Forgetting that the eggs that were laid in 2013 by the same group of people is going to hatch someday. And it has hatched. And the Rivers people don't like what they see. Rivers State remains the only state today in Nigeria with a military leader in a democracy. He could be retired, but once a general, always a general. So that's where we are. The Rivers people are solidly behind His Excellency Chibikero Tibi Amici. Wherever he goes, we'll go.
All right. Another question is, as far as EDC is concerned, we have 3 presidential hopefuls. A lot of people
We have what?
3 presidential hopefuls.
Okay.
And so a lot of people are wondering if it goes the way of the North, how formidable will the structure in the South be?
When we get to the bridge, we'll cross it. We have not gotten to the bridge. All you know is that pregnancy gives birth. It's either it's aborted or the person will give birth. Is it not? It's the only thing a woman uses to tell the world, look, I'm enjoying myself. So the country is pregnant, and when we get to the bridge, we'll cross it. One joke, Chikere Azubike.
That's that. Amechi is trending in Rivers. Well, we'll see. Fadiji, I see your comments, right? It will see. Really, to be quite honest, right? I think it's a bit too early for us to know exactly what's going to happen during the election. Do you understand? I strongly believe that there's something happening behind the scenes that we don't know. I think that for right now, we need to just be attentive and continue to observe. Peter Obi knows exactly what he's doing, and we'll see what happens, right? Once they plan, cook everything that they are cooking, let them present. They already know our concerns. They already know where we stand. You understand? They know and they see everything. So we'll see. Now it's because of the way T-Pain is running the show. We're not even supposed to be talking about campaign right now. We're supposed to be talking about governance. Nobody is talking about the billions that this man wants to borrow. Now that he's saying he's asking for another 300 and something million. Okay, now the people are now raising eyebrows. They say there's kind of turmoil, because he's asking for another set of loan again for the same Calabar, that road that they demolished a lot of people's properties for. Do you understand? So this is what we should really be dragging them for, not the coalition. They're trying to get us to be carried away by, that doesn't mean we should pay attention to the coalition. Absolutely. I'm definitely there. I know what's going on, pay attention to observe what's going on. But we need to be talking about the devastation that T-Pain is right now with the government. Anyway, let me bring this video. I don't know if you guys saw Akim Baba Ahmed, not Ahmed Datio, his elder brother, gave an interview today on channels. I want us to listen to that video. Let me see here. Because while we are busy talking about, this is what happened, that one, Tinubu just dey borrow. Think Wike just dey give him property, give him people property up and down. He just dey share property, give everybody. Hey.
A new constitution. But getting that done, you need the political will, you need legislative backing, and you also need the backing of the Nigerian people. I'm being joined tonight by a former political advisor to the president, and the former, I don't know whether he's former now, he speaks for the group, he speaks for a Northern Elders group. I'm being joined by Dr. Hakim Baba Ahmed. Thank you so much indeed for joining us tonight.
Thank you very much, Sharon. Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you so much indeed. Your role as the spokesperson of the Northern Elders Forum still subsists, isn't it?
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't. You retired?
There's a new one. When
You retired?
I work for the government, a new one had to be appointed.
Okay, so
and he's doing a good job.
clash of interest.
Yeah?
I think it was going to be a clash of interest, so you have to share one for the
I
other.
don't know if it's too fast.
And he's doing a good job. I'm very proud of him.
That's good. But you're still very much in touch with your friends in the Northern Elders Forum.
Oh yeah, I'm still a member. Nothing bad has happened. The Northern Elders Forum agreed that I should go and work for this government.
Oh, they did?
Of course.
Oh, you consulted them before taking
I didn't
their
just consult them. I made it a condition that the Northern Elders Forum must agree, say yes or no before I went. It's the same thing for the period that I went to work as Chief of Staff to the Senate President. That's how important the forum is to me. And it was a long debate, as you can imagine. Some people felt no, don't go. Some people felt no, it's good, go. In the end, it was agreed I should go and work. And when I came out, I reported and said back for duty.
You're absolutely right, too. Oriyomi, it's over 32 trillion. He don't born another one join, no. After that, he asked for another 340 something billion. I don't even know billion. All of them don't scatter from my brain right now. It's wild, and nobody's talking about it. Exactly. Election is 2027. So even if at all they decide what to do, it's good that they know what we think and what we want, right? It's good we've put our voices out there. But I think right now we need to focus on what T-Pain is doing for the government. To be honest, We need to focus on governance. That doesn't mean we should take our eyes off of what's going on with the coalition and pay attention to emerging news. But we need to focus on this. These people are doing a lot of damage. Do you hear that Bill Gates just hired Fashola? He just hired Fashola. That's our food that they're playing with right there. You know? He trashed the polity, Abdul. He trashed it completely. Who is Akim PRP? Who is that? I don't know who that is. Hey, Natu, welcome, Moses. Welcome. Good to see you again. Thank you for coming. If they carry us go where we don't know, my sister. If they carry us go where we don't know, I never see. Very soon, APC is planning to have 2/3 majority, so everything can be passed every time, whenever they want, and even if they don't win 2020, they must have looted exactly the amount of money that this guy is taking. Nobody's talking about it. Everybody is talking coalition. We are still. They are supposed to be governing right now. Insecurity has worsened in Nigeria. For looting for everyone. Guy Walele, welcome. Nigeria is looters paradise or looters island. Take your pick. They even approved the loan for Tinubu before he requested for it. Bam. It's crazy. Let's continue. Guys, let me know if it's too fast so I can bring down the...
Yeah. Did they ask you to leave, or you left and you told them that you were going to leave, or you left? No. You left and you told them?
I left and I told them.
Well,
then they said, "Why?" I told them the reason.
If they approved of your going, you should have told them before you left. Well, they would have compelled you to
some leaders, some members of the forum knew my feelings about the job.
Thanks to Restore, Prime Time is back. This is my time. I didn't want to be bald any longer.
If you're daydreaming about having more hair, this is it. This is the way to get there.
I chose Restore because by far they are the best.
About the administration, about the direction in which the country is going. They knew I was unhappy about many things. So it wasn't entirely a surprise when I walked out and I said, I'm back.
They were disappointed, I guess.
Not really. I think they believed me when I said, I'm not too sure that I'm cut out for that kind of job. One, that does really nothing, gives you nothing to do. And two, that could have been useful.
For the perks of office.
Yeah, but it's not the kind of perks that you want. You don't want to get public funds for doing nothing. It means nothing if you're not working. And it's not in my character. And the leaders of the forum understood that. They knew me. And they knew. I mean, nobody would tell you that they're entirely happy with the way the country is going. It's too much hunger, too much insecurity, too much blood being shed. And if the administration is making efforts to arrest these problems, they're not showing results.
Since compared when you were there and now that you're out in the time that you've been out of office, has anything significantly changed? Have you seen any difference?
No.
Are you worried though, because of the talks that we hear about the possibility of Kashim Shettima not being used for a second term?
I don't know whether I should worry or not. To be honest with you, I hear a lot of things.
But you are closer to the vice president than to the president.
I am. I've always been.
In that sense, it was Kashim Shettima who came to you and said,
yes,
come work with us.
Yes.
And in that sense, some level of affinity still exists between both of you.
Yes.
And the kind of character that you think that he is, or that you know that he is, what kind of political bend do you think this will be for him, for Northeast politics, for Borno State, and for those who are a lover of Kashim Shettima, if he's dropped?
To be honest, I would ask, if there is some element of truth in this, I would ask what would be the motive of the president for dropping Kashim Shettima? On the basis of what I know of him, he's an extremely loyal, very competent, very hardworking vice president, who is an asset to the president, both politically and in person. And so I'll be very curious to find out what it is that makes all these stories about dropping him. I think somewhere along the line, to be honest, I think the president should have done something a long time ago. The president, if all these stories about dropping the vice president for somebody else, another northern vice president, maybe a Christian, maybe going somewhere else, if all these things had absolutely no iota of truth, it would have taken only one thing, the president directly and personally saying, stop this nonsense. I have confidence in my vice president. I work well with him. I'm happy with him. And I want this nonsense to stop about me dropping him now or in the future. I will take a decision about who will be my running mate is in 2027 when we get there. In the meantime, we have work to do. But he didn't say that. People didn't say that.
Does that sound like a tacit endorsement
it's worrying.
of the under?
Let me just say it's worrying. If what I have said is exactly what the president thinks, he should have said it. If he doesn't say it exactly the way I have, well, he should have found a way. It must come from him, and it must be direct, and it must be emphatic.
So some political narratives that seems to be extreme comes down to the figures and the numbers. And you advise the presidency politically in the area of politics, so you understand. Interestingly, my fellowship was in the U.S. on the U.S. election, and it was a time that Donald Trump was running against Hillary Clinton.
Yes.
And out of almost 20 something of us who are from different countries of the world, I was perhaps the lone voice in the room who thought Donald Trump was going to win the elections. And I was not doing it out of emotion. I was doing the math, the political calculations of how Donald Trump and those who is appealing to at the time. He was appealing to the Baptists. He was appealing to the evangelicals. He was appealing to some segment of the extreme segment of the American people. And they were receiving his message quietly. And those numbers matter. And he went down. He didn't get a popular vote. But you look at it, the establishment wanted him in some way. And he got into office. And this is the reason why I'm trying to enter into the mind of a Bola Tinubu who has never lost an election.
Don't mix pink salt with lemon and 2 other ingredients if you don't want to donate your entire wardrobe in less than a week. Don't believe me? Give me.
Who would think that a Northeast candidate have tried this joker, an extreme joke, political joker that he played on his opponent the last time, that Muslims to get. He was literally walking on the ledge. It was an extreme sport that he practiced at the time. He would be asking himself, and he tried that a second time, considering what a 500,000 votes from Kano, for example. Can you cheat Kaduna? Can you cheat Kano? Can you cheat Bauchi? Can you cheat Jigawa? And can you bank on the Borno vote? Do you see how the popularity in the Northeast? How much of vote did you get? He got about 3 million or so vote in the Southwest region of the country. The man will be thinking about the numbers and he will look at it. What are my options? Do I want to win the next election? So those might be extreme at the time, but he looks at the bottom line, isn't it?
I think no. Those are excellent permutations. What you need to do beyond this is to look at the options. You mentioned options. Let's assume, for the sake of argument, that President Tinubu looks at the North as a huge potential asset and thinks, well, maybe I should change where I pick my VP. Northeast is only like maybe 60-40.
His outing was very poor then.
Where will he go? He has to go to the North. That's settled. That's it. He can't pick a vice president from the southern part of it. He can, but the law doesn't say. The law doesn't say he can. No, but the law. You know the funny thing about it. The law doesn't say he can pick. And we had a presidential candidate leader who picked his running mate from the south. You know who he was? Oh yeah. You remember? He did. And they were different time, different circumstances, maybe different law. Yeah. But the law doesn't. Okay, so Tinubu thinks maybe I should drop a northeasterner. Not because it's not good, but because I'm looking to boost my votes. So let me go somewhere else. Where would he go? Let's take North Central. In all likelihood, you can't go to North Central and pick another Muslim. So you've sacrificed 2 things. You've sacrificed the Northeast for North Central. You sacrificed the Muslim running mate or a non-Muslim. Risk. 3, you have offended the Muslims. The people who walk every inch of the way with you, the Muslim ticket, will now say, you see, we got him into the presidency. He spends 4 years. And now he wants to ditch us and go to the Christians. Now the religious issue is very, very risky here. Yeah. So if he goes to the North Central, in all likelihood, or maybe he stays in the Northeast and picks a Christian, those are options. He can't go to the Northwest. We just did with late Buhari, may Allah forgive him. Yeah. So going Northwest is a bit risky. They've had too much on their plate. But if he wants to, Kano is there. One of the popular things people say. But you know the result between the gap between NNPP in Kano and APC
is over 500,000.
Yes, it's over 500,000.
Yeah, but over 1 million.
For the population of Kano, that's not too much. And so what you gain if you pick somebody from Kano compared to what you lose, if a lot of people vote against your party, may be very risky. Outside Kano, where could he go? He could go to Kaduna and pick somebody else, and then you have both the religious card, but the Christian element is also going to. Anyway, the point is, all these computations, all these things, I've made this point before. Yeah. You're wasting time on political calculations when you should be focusing on governance. It's the governance thing that you will take to the electorate at the end. It doesn't matter what you think you've done. All these people defected into your party. The bottom line is Nigerians are going to say, what did you do the first 4 years we gave you? Don't take us for granted. We can't vote you out if the election is free and fair. So show us what you've done.
One major thing that a lot of people and some of us will remind the president about is one of the promises. Not that he inferred, absolutely, but what he said categorically. If I do not fix electricity, for example,
don't vote for me.
Don't vote for me.
Absolutely.
And that could be an albatross.
I tried to show them. If I don't stop all the bloodletting. Yeah. But he was the president. Yeah. You are a lawyer. The Constitution says the job of the Nigerian state, not just the president, is to secure the citizen and the nation and to facilitate the welfare of the citizen. On both counts, this administration is failing very badly.
Everyone's talking about the pink salt trick that melts fat while you sleep, but does it really work? This is the last time I'm sharing it here. The truth is, if you've been using salt and ice once a week and still haven't lost inches off your waist, you're doing
very badly. Is it that bad compared to Muhammadu Buhari in terms of security?
Absolutely.
Really?
Absolutely.
Really? I think it's not bad.
I
thought Nuhu Ribadu is doing a fantastic job with some of the security guys and the MFA. I thought that, I mean, based on some of the indices and the sciences that I've seen, that there's a bit more of deliberate intelligence gathering than I've seen. I'm one of those who have thought that intelligence gathering is worse off under the last administration. No coordination, intelligence zero. But I'm imagining that there seems to be some level of difference that we're seeing. Maybe it's not working as much as you thought.
Well, it's difficult to use intelligence gathering as a criterion for effectiveness unless you measure it in the context of whether it actually feeds action. Less number of people die weekly in the hands of bandits and kidnappers and irredentists and subversives. It's the numbers that you use. How many people have been kidnapped? How many people have been killed in their villages? How many attacks have been made? I mean, these are the yardstick, but this is the yardstick by which you measure. And I'm telling you, in the last 1 year, these killings have been worse than they've ever been. So something somewhere is wrong. And it takes so long. Just before we started this program, you read a very encouraging story that there's finally a breakthrough in Benue. And the other thing we don't see is this kind of thing. We want to see those people in court. Where are all these bandits and kidnappers and murderers that are killing people? Why don't we see them being prosecuted?
I had the former governor of Benue State who said and accused the Buhari government that there was a deliberate state support of some marauders. Some according to them, he said there are alien Fulani elements outside of Nigeria, and that the government of the day had given them some tacit support. And as a governor, I thought that was very strong. But he said that was the reality, and they were after their own people. And he said, well, things have been done differently under this government.
Well, I don't know. Are you talking
That's
about
Autumn. That's Autumn.
the same Senator Autumn yesterday said since the president went to Benue State in Makurdi,
they've not had a meeting.
They said absolutely nothing has happened. No development at all. He says there is no progress since the day the president. He said the governor has not called a meeting. Right. So he says there's no meeting. They were supposed to have set up a peace committee. They were supposed to have done it. He said no one has called us. So the same governor who said when he was governor, who said the state is encouraging the killing of his people, is now accusing a sitting president, who only a few weeks ago almost shed tears, saying, "I need to see action. I need to see action." There's nothing. Every single day, open the papers. Arrests have been made. Bandits can be killed. Arrests have been made. Where are these people? What happens to them?
Who are they?
Yes, who are they? Do you know the difference it would make if 5 bandits, just ordinary bandits, are actually prosecuted? We don't want to see just bodies on the pages of newspapers. We want to see live human beings who are killing our people on their farms, in their villages, in their towns, on the roads, everywhere. We want to see them being prosecuted. There's a law in this country. It doesn't just allow you to shoot them and kill them. Yeah. We want to see, and we want to know where they're getting all these weapons. We want to know where they're getting their information. Is it too much to ask that there are people who are under oath, supported by every means, according to what we hear, to protect us, and they're failing to do this? And those who assign them this responsibility are not doing anything about it? If they are, of what value is intelligence gathering? You're not an intelligence officer, with due respect. You know many things. Yeah. When you hear about intelligence has improved, of what value is intelligence if it doesn't feed the bottom line? Yes. The bottom line is not there. So it gets back to the point I'm making. Ultimately, what Nigerians would say to President Tinubu's administration in 2026 as we move towards 2027 is, sir, show us your scorecard. And we already know. Life has been a lot more difficult than you know. A lot more difficult. It's a lot more, living is a lot more expensive. To stay alive is a lot more difficult. And a lot has happened under your 4 years. We want to know why we should trust you again.
But at the moment, would you outrightly say that this government is a failure?
No. I've had occasions to say, I think that this administration can salvage a lot of goodwill, genuine goodwill from Nigeria if they jettison a lot of things. Waste, fighting corruption. That will keep public funds safer.
Is there corruption that's going on, right?
I think that you are likely to find that virtually every problem we have in this country is founded.
So wait, what's the catch? That's what most people ask when they hear about California's new RSSE solar.
Around corruption. Huge amounts of money have been stolen.
I thought that, there was the Buhari government that says it was so. Part of it, nobody said you should fight corruption. The Buhari government said he wants to fight corruption. And it was a major agenda. And we heard, as soon as the Buhari government was going, even before he left office, we were already hearing about how corrupt some people were in that government. And when people now say there are even more corrupt people in this government, I get worried.
Well, we shouldn't say this unless we have evidence.
Absolutely.
But what I can tell you is go through our budget. Good. 53 trillion naira of the budget. I read budgets. I was a public servant. I understand budgets. Huge amount of what is provided for in that budget represents waste. And it's a potential area of corruption.
So something that should bother the president.
It should bother the president. It should bother the president, and he should lead by example.
Especially because we're being told to tighten our belts.
Yes.
And now we have a budget.
And now we have no belts.
There's a lot of complaints in town that there are no capital releases.
Yes, well,
projects have been installed
2 days ago.
So I wonder where the money that we're getting more revenue, but where the money is going into.
2 days ago, retired police officers here in Abuja protested over their unpaid welfare. I mean, look, the point I'm making, prioritize a number of things. We're talking about 2027. This administration is serious about convincing Nigerians that it deserves another term. It must reprioritize a number of things: security, management of the economy, reduction of corruption, and then investing huge amounts of money in infrastructure, in food security, in hospitals, in schools. And you must do this as a matter of urgency. And you must do this not just because he wants to come out, but because he promised, President Tinubu promised, and swore on the Quran that he will defend the assets of this country. He will protect the Nigerian.
All right. Are you leaders of the North against Tinubu? Are you a member of the ADC? Are you supporting any political party? These are questions I would like you to answer. But until after we come back from this break, everyone. The 2027 politics, what is going on in the nation, our eyes on the state of the nation. I guess he's a member of the Patriots. Is it realistic what they're asking for? I read his article and a very interesting conversation that we need to have after this break. Come again, everyone.
Malaria is good. What is wrong with my husband?
He was very sick. This is an episode.
Thank you so much, everyone, for staying with us on the program. Dr. Akim Baba Ahmed, a member of the Northern Elders Forum, member of the Patriots, and a former political advisor to the president, has been speaking with us on the program. Thank you so much indeed for your time tonight.
Thank you.
Have you joined the ADC?
Why do you ask me? As if everybody has to join the ADC.
No. I mean, that seems to be if anybody is leaving the APC or leaving, working with the APC, and anybody will imagine that maybe they form coalition, join the coalition, opposition coalition.
I have a party.
Oh,
I'm a member of a political party. I'm a member of the PRP.
Oh, up to now.
What do you mean up to now?
Yes, I imagine that working with no, sir. I know you're an Aminu Kano.
No. I've been in the PRP for a long time.
That's what I'm saying. And imagine that PRP is your long-time love. But I thought that since you work with the Bola Tinubu government, you somehow obtained the ticket of the APC.
No.
So you were
resigned.
So you're like Wike.
I was an APC. I was chairman of the APC in my state for 3 years. I was the chairman when we transited from CPC and went into the coalition with Tinubu's, I think it was AD at the time, ASEAN. So but 6 months into Buhari's presidency, I resigned my membership of the party because I could see then, alhamdulillah, that I didn't think Buhari really became president to run the country. I think he just wanted to become a president. Just 6 months into that, I left.
Is Buhari different from Tinubu?
I think there's some similarity. I think they both wanted to be presidents for more personal reasons than anything else. I think they have labored in the political process for so long that it became about them. And that's the wrong reason to seek for political power. You want power so that you can govern people and improve things. It must never be about you.
What about Atiku? Is it the same?
Well, Atiku says that he wants to serve. He wants Nigerians to give him a chance to serve. Whether he's right about Nigerians trusting him or not, we have to wait and see. If he gets the ticket for his party, he may run again. If he decides to run, and he may decide not to run.
Let me ask you objectively though. Do you think that a northerner should run in 2027 based on the balance of power?
I think that.
Why don't you own an apartment building? I'm serious right now. Let me show you a path that could change your life.
Nigerians need to be very careful about making choices. I think we've learned enough. We've suffered enough in the hands of all this. It's ours, it's ours. At this stage, we need to be less quarrelsome over where the next president comes from. The North should be prepared to recognize the fact that it is not the repository of all the powers. It may have majority of the votes, but that doesn't mean the president he has to vote for a northerner. I have no problem with the southerner becoming the next president at all.
Provided it's fair that a southerner becomes the next president.
When you say fair, it's you make it appear as if
the basis is the balance of power. Considering that a northerner, Muhammad Buhari, was president for 8 years, and now you have a Bola Tinubu from the southwest, he's going to spend out his 4 years in 2027.
This argument about 4 and 8, I've made this argument, but many people don't want to hear it. The Constitution gives you 4 years. At the end of 4 years, you go back and ask for a fresh mandate. There's nothing in the Constitution that says you must have for 8 years. People say, yes. But it has become a habit. Since when?
Rotational presidency. It's not in the Constitution. It's not constitutional and it's not enshrined, although you look at this, the part 2 of our Constitution, which talks about fairness, equity, a lot of those stuff. Part of those who say, part of that section is not justiciable. But the fact remains that everyone wants to be carried along. Every part of the country feels that they belong. And it's being an understanding, unwritten rule that it's only fair if one region of the country has it for a certain number of years and it goes in the opposite direction. And that's why traditionally people, since 1999, it does look like it's a trend.
You want to say it has become part of our political culture?
Yeah.
The question to ask is it every culture that you want to sustain? In the US, you can count the number of presidents they've had from the southern states, actually on your hands. And it has never been an issue. And
when do you think it will stop becoming an issue in Nigeria?
I hope it will become an issue because, to be honest with you, we are choosing the presidents from very, very narrow space. We're confining the space, our opportunities to choose. Right now, I will tell you, if you ask me who is the ideal candidate who should contest for my vote, I will tell you, I want to see a young person, somebody 60 and below, maybe 65 and below, exposed, educationally and politically, a person of immense personal integrity, who would not steal people's money, somebody who is definitely committed to the interest of Nigeria as a nation, who will protect the citizens of Nigeria, somebody who knows what to do with governance. Not just when he gets there, he starts taking it to say, okay, what do we do? A Nigerian who would be fair to the Kalabari woman and to the Fulani woman who's running away from other Fulanis who are killing her. Those are that's the kind of candidate I'm looking for.
We had a bad footing when, from the time of when Muhammad Buhari overthrew Shagari. Muhammad Buhari was overthrown by Babangida. Babangida was overthrown, left office for Sani Abacha. Sani Abacha died in office, and we had...
You skipped 3 months president.
Shonekon. Yeah, I'm talking about the military presidents.
Okay.
Because Shonekon was a child of necessity, because in that sense it was, yes, not undermining the fact that he ran the affairs of this country for a short time, but then I'm trying to describe what gave us the bad footing that now costs what has become bad tradition. I'm coming there. So you had Muhammad Buhari from the north, overthrown by the Babangida junta, the Buhari junta, from the north. Then from Babangida to Abacha, all of them from the north, mostly from the northeast, except IBB from the north central. Then you come to Abdul Salam from the north also, not too long ago. I just imagine that the north just wanted to say sorry for all what you have done, especially to your own son, MK Abiola. They brought...
Been in a car accident and want $5,000 for free? Let me show you how to get 40 to 80.
In Southwest, from the same state of Muslim, Olusegun Obasanjo to come and run for office against the Shonekon of... that's what happened. Yeah, so we started on that footing. And going forward, there are those who say, let us have the balance of... Unfortunately, Yar'Adua died in office. So there are a few mishaps that have happened within our political space, which a lot of people... It's not anybody's fault. The military guys did what they did because they just had the guns to do it. But the question is that, how do we fix going forward that people will not feel left out? We have 350 plus people speaking different dialects and languages. Are we going to say that they don't matter in a country that a lot of people feel that they're being left out, they're not being included? So you think that Atiku Abubakar is the best fit for Nigeria?
No, certainly will not do that. I don't have a best fit for Nigeria right now. I don't. I'm watching the politics. I'm hoping that out of all these people competing, the best will emerge. He will emerge democratically. He will emerge fairly within his party or her party, and he will be voted freely by Nigerian citizens. But let's see. I think we're missing a very important point here. If we're going to continue with this business of it's the turn of the South, it's the turn of the North. What about the turn of the majority, the large groups, and the turn of the small groups? When you come to the North, it's usually Hausa Fulani. When you go to the South, it's either Yoruba or Ijo. Why don't you think about, you said there are 350 ethnic groups in this country. What happens to the minorities? Aren't they entitled to have a president? How many millions of years are we going to take?
Perhaps you belong to the Patriots, for example, and saying that the basis of our union is questionable. And I saw your article, quite interesting. I read it 3 times, actually. There are a few portions in it that I thought that were very intriguing, though. What is the best fix for our problems? Your colleagues are asking for an overhaul, a new constitution, a brand new document. There's some people who are laughing in the corner to say, this old man, it's not going to happen.
Well, even if it doesn't happen, the real point about the Patriots and the Nigerian Political Assembly Group initiative is to put on the table for Nigerians an issue that should be of concern to every Nigerian. This country is not working, Shehu. It's not working.
So it's not a Tinubu fault that it's not working?
No.
It's a systemic problem.
Tinubu inherited a damaged country. It just isn't fixing it. That is his problem. But he inherited a very damaged country. That's the truth.
So in the first place, we gave Tinubu, the Nigerian people gave Tinubu a vehicle that ab initio may never drive. Bad battery, bad tank, bad fuel. And you are thinking that as a mechanic, he's not being able to fix the problem.
No, what we're saying, both to President Tinubu and to Nigerians, is that, look, all this business of changing presidents is not going to change anything. The foundations of the country are wrong. I'll give you just 2 examples. We're in Abuja here. If I tell you, I don't have the empirical evidence to prove this, but I can tell you on rough days, 60% of whatever government spend is spent here in Abuja. And it's spent around people who will power, the presidency, the ministries, the National Assembly people. For goodness sake, what kind of federation, what kind of government are we running? The federal government has too much money. The federation units are starving. Now we hear there's a lot more money going to states and local governments because the subsidy has been removed by Abuja. Now, ordinarily, you would think, oh, great. That means a lot more money will go to the states, and states will be doing a lot of things, and local governments will be doing a lot of things. It's not happening. It's not. Nothing is changing in terms of
how do we fix this?
Well, we need to put the country on the table and say, what's wrong with it? The first thing to do is to question who is supposed to be the major beneficiary of this country. It's not the ethnic groups. It's not the minorities. It's not the majority. It's the citizen. You come from Ogun State. Oh, I'm suspecting you.
No, I'm from. Yeah, it's very difficult to.
You're from Kwara State.
I'm from Kwara.
Now,
I'm a northern.
Yes, you and I. Okay, somebody from design a country that speaks for the citizen from Abia and Zamfara. Give them the same rights, the same protection, the same opportunities, the same privileges. Design that country that says, when you made reference to chapter 2 of the Constitution, fundamental objectives and directive principles of state policy. Fantastic. That's the best chapter in the Constitution. It designs, it says what Nigeria exists for and who it exists for. It exists for the people, the poor, the weak, and the strong as well. We all need the protection of this country. Design a constitution and say the resources of this country belong to the citizen. Then you design systems and processes that make sure that those resources are not stolen. When you say Nigeria is fundamentally committed to protecting the right, the life and property of the citizen, you design a security system that protects him. Now, all these structures, federal, whether we have presidential or parliamentary, whether we have 36 states or whether, they are secondary. We have never really designed a country to work for the citizen because the citizen has no say. He's only a voter. That's fun. For me, that was really what in the column you read. Now, some of my colleagues say, oh no, if you design a country of ethnic groups, the citizen will have a say. Says who? So we need to get back to the drawing board. And it's our country. Nobody will tell us what to do this. Not even the leadership. Yeah. What we did last week was to remind Nigerians that there's a major task ahead of us, not electing the next president.
And do you think that because you cannot move ahead with those ideas without listening?
Hello, my name is Adam Ferrari, the Chief Executive Officer of Phoenix Energy. I look forward to you joining us.
President who has a political will to make it happen. And the advocacy has also to be made. Yes. And that's why I said today I attended an event where we are fighting and advocating for reserved seats for women, because women play a lot of role, yet in public office and elected office they are not. It's just justice is not being given to the women, and there is a need for that to be fixed. Whether that will happen, it's only the male folk that will make it happen, and the one that will sit on those chairs. And so it's a very difficult one to do. You think that the president will have the political will to make it happen? But what the patriots are asking.
Well, I hope so. If he doesn't, I hope he listens. I mean, all what we've done is to come up with some ideas that could represent the direction for change. It's the views of only a few of us, and we say to Nigerians, listen. All this tinkering with all these things won't work. The fundamental foundations of this country need to be addressed. And here are some ideas. That's what we did. All right.
Okay. Let me anchor on this note. 2027. There are those who imagine maybe Tinubu has offended some of you in the north, some of the leaders of the north. What did you do?
I don't know if we're the only people he has offended, and if we've been offended at all. I don't know. Can I ask you a question for a change? What makes you ask that first?
Because there are feelers that we get. And as a journalist, I hear a lot. And that it seems to be that politically Tinubu might be in trouble. I even heard now that Kwankwaso might be going into the APC. There's a lot of movement. But those who say, in fact, I heard in the background, in Katsina, the very of the late president, former president, that those who say, look, as soon as Buhari is dead, they're no longer supporting the APC. There seems to be some tension from the north.
Did you see the video where the Emir of Dora was standing up and saying Tinubu, Tinubu, Tinubu to the wife of the president? Did you see it?
I saw that.
In his palace. You saw it? I don't know. I see the north. When people say things like the north, the north is very complex. Yeah. There is a layer there that is very difficult to judge because it either is afraid of politics or it's politics itself. Tinubu's record is not very good across the country. It's not just the north.
All right. We're totally out of time. No time is ever enough to have a conversation with you. And always a pleasure. He's such a pleasant person to speak to.
Thank you.
Calmly, but you shoot a lot of bullets. Thank you.
This Sheung guy, psychophant, man. Look at him laughing, cackling. Meanwhile, when he brings other people on, you'll be asking questions, I'll be backing it with evidence. I beg you. If you welcome Jare, my pet, I hear say you go visit your boyfriend. Now, wow, how is you? We hear say they do things, see, they move the country forward. They build every day na flower news we dey hear from inside. Our throats dey totori for that place too. I hope he's doing well. See if he head they swell. Oh my goodness. Let me quickly respond to Fadi. I'm sorry. Fadiji. Yeah, you asked a question and I hear you. It's like, well, how can we matter? I mean, how can our voices be heard? What can we do to change this government? That's why we're here. Fadiji, that's why we're here. It's all part of an ongoing conversation. Welcome, my sister. Yes, so Gawalele, look at him cackling. Meanwhile, other people will come. You go to give it, you go to ask a question. See this one, I said he open only 42. I mean at 32. I beg, go on, Jare, my sister. Welcome. Unload. I hear say you travel. By the way, how many of you don't travel with if you go Nigeria recently? People when travel with expired passport, how they handle them? I'm asking for a friend. Do you know anything about that?
I went with expired passport.
Uh-huh.
So they're not doing, I don't know now, but when I
Mm.
went, I went with my expired passport, and they, they will always want to collect bribe. I said, "Excuse me, it is written over there, right there. You can see it. You are welcome with expired passport." Then
Okay.
the officer was like, "Auntie, find out something." I said, "I don't have anything, to give you. I don't give bribe, but they didn't do anything. Even when I was coming back, I have the Nigerian passport, and nobody even asked me about that. You
Oh,
know,
really? So you still came back with your expired passport?
no, I already paid for that passport. So when I went home, I captured. So
Okay.
when I captured, they were doing me tom play,
Yeah.
to pay extra money. I just left the passport there, came back with my expired passport.
Oh,
I didn't come
okay.
back. So it was when my friend was coming back that
Mm-hmm.
she brought the passport and mailed it to me.
To you. Oh, I see.
So I don't
Oh,
know for now. You know how it is.
yeah.
Anyway, I don't know. But good evening, everybody.
Welcome. Transition to tech. Girl, welcome. Good to see you. Good evening. Go ahead, my sister. I know you have
So,
a lot to offload. Oh, yeah.
let me tell you
Mm.
something. You won't believe this.
Mhm.
Sometime, was it this week? Was it on Monday or Tuesday? Um, when you go on the internet and social media and see what is going on, I shed tears for my country. I swear to God, I cried. I got so emotional. I got so overwhelmed. I hate to say this, but a lot of people will come for me. I know that this is P2B's platform where we want to support our brother, but we have to be also open to accept criticism and accept the fact that this is the country we come from and everything that comes with it. To be honest with you, see this country called Nigeria, we have a long way to go. We have a long way to go. I don't know if you saw Chidi Odinkalo's interview with was it Shehu? I can't remember, but somewhere on the channel. I
No.
listened to so many interviews and I see that everybody is tired. People are just don't know the way forward, to the extent of people are saying instead of this ADC, instead of article, instead of El Rufai, let Tinubu continue. In fact, continue 2 more 8 years. The truth of the matter is this, to be honest with you, in as much as I want people to be, at some point I even get confused. I say, it doesn't have to be P2P. In as much as I want for us to move this country called Nigeria forward, but let me tell you, so we have a long way to go. I don't think we have talked since the issue that happened in Benue State. Let me just touch briefly.
Go ahead.
The issue that happened there, this Benue State issue, later on they came out and told us they've arrested so people. And what happened? Nobody's talking about, is it Yatuele or whatever that the city in Benue State? Nobody's talking about it now. It's a closed chapter. And nothing will be done about it. Well, I'm talking about the Boko Haram and all this, insecurity. I don't understand in this country where we are, me and you live. If you catch one person, the person will, of course, will be in jail or in prison the rest of his or her own life. But in Nigeria, you catch somebody, you put the person back into society, and you say that you have rehabilitated the person. I don't understand. That's why this thing keep going on and on and on, and nobody is saying anything. People keep saying it is the politicians. They are the ones sponsoring all these people, and nobody is coming out to say or name them. I don't know whether they are afraid. How can we have peace in that country? We can never have peace. 10 years ago, we were talking about this thing, it was gradually, but now it's so obvious. They are not even hiding anymore. We don't have security in our country. We are busy talking about election 2 years from now. 2 years from now, the president is bent on winning the election. But my only happiness is, we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. He doesn't even know whether he will be alive to see 2027. I don't wish anybody that. I don't wish him that. But let us read the handwriting on the wall. President Tinubu told us that he's 70-something years. Does he look like a 70-something-year-old man to you? Add 10 years to that. Tinubu should be 80 something, if not almost 90 years. Look at the Uganda deputy prime minister that is contesting for a president. Can you just imagine? Yeah? Can you just imagine? Must you be the president? This is not working, it's not working. You keep borrowing and borrowing. You're talking about infrastructure. The ones that you have borrowed, what did you do with it? Nothing. Nothing. I cannot even tell you that there is one thing. Every time you go home, waiting to see a development, you don't see nothing. Nothing, no development. Any development you see is probably built by a private individual. You told us that you are going to attract investors. Where are they? Omo, if you have money, will you invest in Nigeria? If I'm a billionaire today, I will not invest a penny. You know how people are dragging you, come and buy land, come and buy. I say, where will you buy land? The land you will buy today, tomorrow, somebody will take it, government take it and demolish it, and there is nothing you can do. A country where you don't even have judiciary, the last hope of a common man. Nothing is moving. Look at the police. Look at what they're doing to Natasha. Look at what they're doing to Peter Obi. Look at Okpebolo that can't even spell his name. Look at Wike. Everybody's flexing muscle. Is this politics? Is this how we play politics? Tinubu has monopolized Lagos. That is the same thing he's doing. And Nigerians are not saying anything. Everybody kept quiet. If you tell me that this country is not on the verge of disintegration, I will look at you somehow. They keep pushing the citizens, keep pushing them, keep pushing them, keep pushing them. I like what this man said. Who said that you must be there 8 years? What the Constitution said is 4 years. Now, and everybody allow him to do 8 years. Allow you. Good market sells itself. Had he been Tinubu has done well these 2 years, we will all stand behind him, knowing what happened in 2023 election. We will still stand behind him. We were all hoping. We said, okay, let's give him an opportunity. Maybe he will do well. We remained hopeful. We keep keeping positive. We keep, having hope that Nigeria is going to get better. This is where we are. I'm no longer hopeful. I've been keeping hopeful that it's going to get better, but see where we are. We keep going into a deeper mess. Now they borrowed another fresh loan. They're going to use to construct coastal highway that they budgeted how many trillion for 1 kilometer? Can we see, just tell us in 2 years what Tinubu has done? I've never seen such hatred. The APC chairman said, I hate Peter Obi, all because of politics. All because of politics. No matter how much I hate Omo, I can't even come out on national television. I said, I hope Omo, I hate Omo. No matter how much. Hate is a strong word. Even my enemies, I can't even say that. You publicly stood your ground, all because of politics. This is somebody who has never done anything to you. But just because you want to be a politician. Wike will be there spilling nonsense. Everybody's nobody, you can come out and say anything you want to say. And nothing will happen to you. We keep talking about the Northerners, the Southerners. Let me tell you, if there is any Northerner here, please don't get upset. But I will say what is in my mind. This issue of Northerners. If I tell you it doesn't piss me off, you know that I'm lying. What is so special about them? What is so special about Northerners? That they can never let us drink water and keep cup. It's all Northerners. Without the Northerners vote. I keep saying it. Omo, you're not going to like it. Divide this country. Let everybody go their separate ways. Give them their own governments. Let them have their own presidents. They've been president for how many years? Since we got our independence in 1990 what? And still see them. Every time I will not hear word, you will come to vote, we will not vote for you. Oga, you people keep your leadership. Keep it. Divide Nigeria. Be your own president. Have your own country. Why do you people keep threatening other people? We will not vote for you. We will vote for you. Well, I mean, come on. It's getting so frustrating when I look at, what is going on the internet. You are not better than anybody. I didn't keep you in the position where you are. Go ask your leaders. Go ask them. You people have become president more than any other tribe. Just like Baba Ribadi said, what about other tribes? What about minor ethnic groups? Are they not part of the country? This issue of North and South needs to stop. I don't care if somebody is from the East, North, West, South. I don't care if they rule 200 years, but let there be, let us see development in Nigeria. Let us see development. Okay, after 8 years, these people will do 8 years. And now what has happened? What has happened? What has happened? Look at Nigeria. We are falling and falling and falling and falling and falling into a deeper mess. People cannot even afford to eat. Everything is a luxury in Nigeria. Everybody. Our president doesn't even care. Ababio, Wike talking like a tout from Wike. Go and put up a picture of Wike. He's how old? 50-something or 60-something? Look at how he is and tell me if this man is healthy. Talking like a god, untouchable. How did we get here? How did we get here? And somebody's trying to convince me. Atiku is almost next year is gonna be 8, and he still wants to be president. Mr. Atiku, let me ask you, tell me what you're gonna do different from when you were vice president. What are you gonna do differently? You were there for 8 years, if I'm not mistaken, with Obasanjo. What did you do? Every election you've been contesting, every election. Give somebody else an opportunity. My only fear is that there will be no free and fair election. That is my only fear. If there is free and fair election, like somebody said today, free and fair election, before 12 o'clock, the results will be announced. And guess what? Tinubu cannot even get up to 10% of the votes. The only reason why they are running helter-skelter is because they know what is about to happen. My only fear is that he has pocketed INEC and judiciary in his pocket. Because no matter how much we want to vote, at the end of the day, once the results, the INEC chairman, once the INEC chairman announced the result, the case closed. Go to court. Who owns the court? Tinubu owns the court. That is my fear. Because even if you carry this thing from the polling unit, the result from the polling unit, the one they will accept is the one announced by the returning officer. That is where the problem is. I don't think anybody is seeing that. I've been seeing.
Do you think that at this point everybody is not obvious to everybody that it's not going to play out like 2023?
Omo, I love you so much, but let me tell you, the only way Tinubu will win this election is by rigging, and we all know that.
That's what I'm saying.
But what I'm telling you is, at the end of the day, after the election, right, they're gonna take the result. Mind you, what happened in 2023? We saw some of the results people saw live, and they read another result. Okay, let's say there is free and fair election. Let's say that Obi won, or anybody, Atiku, whoever, Rotimi Amechi. let's say they won all the polling units, but you got to the INEC chairman, and INEC chairman, announced a different result. Guess what he's gonna tell you? Go to court, and you go to court. What's gonna happen?
That's what I'm saying. Like that court, I don't think that court is going to play out like it did 2020.
We'll watch and see.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, we will watch and see. But I'm telling you, let me tell you, the only way this is not gonna happen unless we come out in mass. And say, you know what, this is not gonna happen. But guess what they're gonna do? They're gonna bring out the police. Look at what happened in Lagos State. They conducted a local government election, right? Did you see what happened? APC won all the local government.
They beat all their people now. Those ones, I don't know what all these Lagos people that keep saying they are more this thing. So no action, nothing.
Let me tell you what's gonna happen in Lagos State. Tinubu is gonna win it hands down. Wike has already assured this thing that he's gonna win Abuja and he's gonna win.
Badebo has said it's not going to play out like that.
We'll see.
Yeah, let me pull up. But what? Go ahead. Let me pull up.
Yeah, we'll see. He's gonna give him Rivers. We all know that Peter Obi won Rivers State hands down. We all know. In fact, God, I might be wrong, but within me, I keep telling my friend this evening. I said, you see what? Why are they talking about Peter Obi? Why is it that nobody's talking about something else? He's just telling me that this guy won this election. They knew he won the election.
They know, yeah.
That's why they panic. They are all panicked.
Yes, they're afraid.
It's not. Why are you calling the man? You say he did not win election. Leave him alone. But exactly. You people will not leave this man. Bayo Nonuga is dragging. Wike is talking like one Aburu. All of you, look at the Okpebelo. Look. I say, Father Lord.
I mean, Okpebelo dance. You know, say Edo people don't drag. Edo people don't drag that man. Oh my God, they don't drag the hell out of him.
That can't even talk. That can't even speak. You're coming to challenge Peter Obi. Before you get to 11, even if you still all Edo's this thing, by the time you get to Peter Obi's level, Peter Obi, in fact, come on, you can't even get to that level. Open your mouth. You must tell me a new sheriff in town. I say, yeah.
Tell me a special sheriff.
I saw somebody say, Uncle special sheriff.
Make it special sheriff. Make we see. We want to see. Can you spell sheriff? Right?
People.
Make it spell out. He's a governor. He got E8 in governor. Almost
F. Let us rise above this nonsense. Let us rise above this. This is too childish.
You're talking to an illiterate. You're talking to people that are ready. You know why they are you know why they are threatening. Let me tell you another reason why they are coming out and using the Edo government to threaten. The reason why they are doing that, you know that Peter Obi is loved so much in Edo State.
That's the capital now.
He's going to win it again. Forget waiting governor they do. Not be governor go in. Can the governor be in all the polling units, right? So they know. Look at when Peter Obi went to the nursing school. Look at the crowd of people that came out. Do you understand? They know that everybody knows that Edo State is already for Peter Obi. That is their fear. You know, he came out and he promised that T-Pain that is going to give him 20-something million,
2.something million votes.
Now, I say, yeah, I see. I know that now from a family compound. I don't understand. So that promise now, Peter Obi visiting the state exposed it like a lie. Like the person when you say you won't give 2.45 million, look at the person that came to visit. Everywhere shut down. Everybody they sing now, our papa be this so now paying them for body.
You know
they
the funniest thing
him with Wike now pushed him with T-Pain. Oh yeah, go and put that threat out. He go shock them.
Let me tell you something. You know the funny Tinubu will not be able to campaign if he's alive. He's sick. Did you see him sitting down when they were burying this guy? Did you see how Tinubu?
Yes, now he was looking. And you know that Akpabio said today, Akpabio, I think, and somebody else, said if Tinubu buy, hey God, that thing,
and Uzodinma.
and Uzodinma.
I said, God is just exposing all of them.
I'm telling you.
God is just exposing all. This is not a slip of tongue.
At all.
The whole of South, untouchable. God will shame all of them.
I'm telling you. This is why for me, let me play this video by Gbadebo. Sorry. If you continue, let me just quickly play this video.
First thing, I'm not intimidated by anybody. Intimidated why? By who? For what? I want everybody to know that everything has changed though. Gbadebo's rival of 2025 is not the same Gbadebo's rival of 2023, 2022. And I think I can say that for even His Excellency Peter Obi. I'm sure when you listen to him talk now, you know that something has changed. Because the institutions that we believed in have shown themselves to not be worth our belief in them. We had an INEC chairman that by himself, we did not beat him, we not hold gun to his head. He said he would do electronic transmission of voting. That's what he came and he told us of his own accord. He drew up the protocol by which INEC could behave and participate in an election. And then overnight decided that no electronic transmission of voting. So are we going to believe anything that is going to come and say now? And there must be consequences in this next election. Nobody should be able to still vote and think that he will just carry on with his life and everything is going to be hunky-dory and it does not matter. No. When you are destroying the destiny and the lives of millions of human beings, there must be consequences. And as a people, like I said, no politician, no political party can do it by themselves. All we can do is assure you that we are there with you. We are not going to compromise. We are not going to sell you out. We are going to fight at the lead. We are going to be at the front of this struggle, of this fight. But we need you to also be part of it. That means that at your polling unit, when you vote, you cannot go home. You must stay at that polling unit. You must count the votes. That polling unit agent, the INEC official, cannot leave that place without announcing the results. From that polling unit, all of us are moving to the World Coalition. Everybody must move to that World Coalition. From there, we are moving to the LG Coalition. By the time the people that want to change result look out, they should see a flood of human beings. They should know that if they do what is wrong, they will not come out of that place.
Well, Nigerians, over to you. Nigerians, over to you.
Exactly.
Like, this is not one person. This is going to be a collective effort. Exactly. If you know that you want to be part of this 2027 that is coming up, I don't know what the future holds for us. I don't know what's going to happen. We all remain hopeful that we'll be alive. I don't know if I will even make it 2027.
He said God will keep us alive.
God is going to keep us alive. But what I'm saying, I believe what he said, and I agree with what he said. If you are not tired of suffering, then go and rig the election. They will give you 5,000 naira. Exactly. I keep telling people, I swear to God, if you give me $1 billion, what am I doing with all that money? I don't need it. I want you to enjoy your more. I enjoy. Everybody will be happy. In the 70s, nobody was talking about living anywhere. We were all happy in Nigeria with the little we have. Then Qatar and Dubai was like a desert.
Exactly.
Other countries were coming to borrow money from us.
They were coming to beg Nigerians to. Americans were coming to beg Nigerians on the street to please come and go to school in their country.
We don't. They were borrowing money. We have the best hospital. Things we are moving. What changed? Greed. What are you going to do with all this money? Look at Buhari. Upon all the money, look at, ended up 6 feet. I listened to what VDM said after Buhari died. He made a speech about Tinubu.
Yeah.
He said, Tinubu, your own will be worse. And that's exactly, people will be on the street marching. And that's such a shameful thing. I don't wish anybody dead. But let us make a U-turn. In fact, let me tell you something. If these people are working for us and they are stealing money, I don't think anybody will care.
First thing, I'm not intimidated.
Because guess what? We're not going to notice. Because we are developing our life.
You know?
Do you understand? And nobody will put attention on them like they're putting attention. And nobody go really care. Everybody will just say, well, as long as it not be, if you get food for belle, you can put your kids in school, you can do whatever you want, you can walk from here to there, travel anywhere, security everywhere. Who is going to be thinking who is stealing what? Nobody will have any interest. But they've made it now. All Nigerians, everybody, I don't do, which is what we need to do anyway. It's a wake-up call for everybody. Now, small go remain now when never wake up for Nigeria. With this hardship, when they hit even the most remote places, now only small remain. So in a way, it's a blessing in disguise because we as a people, we didn't know because they never, they made sure that the education became crap after a while. They don't teach you your rights in Nigeria. They don't understand. You don't even understand anything. Not be see us now. Most of us are supposed to be leaders back home. Look at us. We're all over the world. Doing what? I don't know. No matter how good you are, no matter how fantastic you are, no matter how much of an expert you are, you will never be appreciated like your own. It's just the truth. You will never be. You get where you go progress, reach people that you came as a visitor. Your host will be threatened by you. You don't know. That's what's happening now. People are saying, oh, that's exactly what is happening. And I say, yeah, they're tired of you Nigerians. Go back to your go back to where you come from and go and build it. That's what it's going to take. All the skills and knowledge that everybody has gathered. If we go back to Nigeria, in 1 year, what are we talking about? In 6 months, we would have transformed that place with the work ethic that we have and the kind of minds we have. So I mean, I don't know. Like I said, we're still watching this play out in real time. I know that we're going to see more and more as we continue to observe. But I know I have a sense that 2027 is not going to play out like 2023. They've opened our eyes wide. They don't open our eye don't tear reach back. We now know what's going on. By the way, they don't release song. God beg. Okwe will go hear am. It is said now everybody now they fit talk to anyhow.
If you look at them, even the way you can see the anxiety in his voice.
Exactly.
You can see that, he's not saying this because he wants to say it. He's saying it because he was asked to say it.
Yes.
You see the tension in his voice when
yes.
I'm like,
There's a message they send them now.
I said
they send a bastard message. Yeah, that's what they sent him.
I said you sold your soul because of integrity, because of power. In fact, it's up to you people. I said of all the things you want to unveil, it is transportation. Is that the achievement? Insecurity happening in your no jobs. Insecurity, no jobs, and they will be transported. You see, that is one thing I don't understand about our so-called politicians. Every little thing they are commissioning. You build 1 kilometer road, you will commission. I'm like, wait a minute. The governor of the state where I saw what your governor is doing, fighting the president. There is nothing he has not called him. Can any governor in Nigeria do that? I saw what your governor is doing. I might not support everything, but he's standing tall. I mean, challenging him toe to toe, head to head. They are talking about, how to bring investors. Likewise, the state where I live. I've never heard the governor is coming to commission 1 kilometer road, 2 meters. I mean, this is so disgusting. Every time we are commissioning and we are clapping for you. Look at this thing. Wike said that he uses 39 billion to renovate. Somebody had an event over the weekend, and Isaac Fayeshe was saying that the place is a mess.
Yeah, ICC. The ICC they just renovated with billions.
Isaac said that it did not even cost them to 20 million. At the heat. Why renovate the place? Why? I don't understand. Why? Is that the problem now in Abuja? And then I saw where they say Wike's Cafe. I say, eh? Wike's Cafe. Eh?
AB, what's your own? I don't understand. Why are you going after if you what happened? We said you did not be Gaza. What do you mean when I Gaza she did? What exactly is it? Your earlier comment, what do you mean?
It's okay.
Can you break it
Where
down?
I live, it doesn't really matter. Whether I live in Gaza, whether I live in Israel, whether I live in Syria, it's none of your business. That's not my point. That's not my point. My point is, I'm asking you, how many times wherever you for all of us or most of us that lives in a diaspora, your governor coming to commission a road, yeah, of all the things, yeah. I told you, I live in this state where they have excess surplus, and they gave everybody that filed tax. That was a few years ago, $300 in return.
Wow.
Yeah. Everybody $300 in return.
Nice.
Eh? The state did not keep it. The state did not say, let's pocket it. The governor did not say, the House of State Assembly and all of, they did not say all that. They gave it to the people. You see work being done. I cannot say one thing. I honestly, somebody help me. Maybe because maybe because I don't hate anybody, but maybe because I don't agree with Tinubu's policies. Can you tell me one thing you can say that all of us are enjoying, or people back home are enjoying? Almost 2 a.m. you get in your car. There was a time I used to do a grave night shift, 1 a.m., 1 p.m., 2 a.m., 2 p.m. You just get in your car and keep going to work. I'm not worried about insecurity or anybody stopping me.
Of course.
Yeah? But once
Of
it's in
course.
Nigeria,
Sometimes you wake up sometimes when I want to travel by road. Maybe I'm going to another city like 6 hours away.
See?
So I go wake up early, 4 a.m.
Okay.
By 8, I don't reach where they go. I'm sorry, not 8. By 10, I don't reach where they go.
And you're running because of traffic, not because of anything.
No.
Maybe to get there.
Because I like driving that early morning drive. I enjoy thoroughly. My mind is sharp. Like everything is just clear. Yeah, my thoughts are clear. I love it. Just by myself, it's amazing. Yeah. I know they worry. I'll just carry bam, enter my car, hit the road, just start driving. That morning breeze, wind down, make that morning breeze they hit your face. Oh my goodness. You can you try that in Nigeria as it is now? I remember driving, even in Nigeria, I remember driving from Lagos to Ogun State by myself. Can you try that now? I remember driving from Lagos to Ogun State by myself.
I can't even fear no go even let me drive in Nigeria, to be honest with you.
No, that was then, before when security was still okay. Not be today, not be now. Oh my God, I'm talking a couple of years back now. Like when I was back home, when it was still very safe, right? I would drive from Lagos to Ogun State. Sometimes Lagos to Ibadan. It was fun on the road. Even the police, all those checkpoints when they're not plenty. I should say they don't plenty where we're now. They're not plenty. They just did checkpoint. They'll just flag you down. You will say they're just very friendly officers. Where are you going? Why are you frowning, madam? I hope everything is okay. Where are you going? You tell them, okay, drive safe. Have you checked? Did you check your tire? Very caring. But this Nigeria, everything don't turn upside. They don't destroy the human beings. The way people say they respond to people before, they don't strip them of that humanity. Waiting this government they do
nothing. Look at what they did to Scott Iguma.
Exactly.
I cried.
Hey,
I cried. I cried when I was because I'm such an emotional person. I just held my hand like this. I was tearing up. No empathy, nothing. We don't even have conscience anymore.
I'm telling you, they've stripped it.
Yeah?
They stripped.
No,
I remember driving
dignity.
from one time I went to Solo. I was coming back, I was going back to, driving up towards the mainland. And these police officers were like, they were just, how they have their checkpoints on different locations. He now flagged me down. I was angry. So when I was driving, my face was still showing that anger. I was coming from somewhere and I was upset. So I just had my face scrunched up. The officer waved me down. In my mind, I was like, I beg, I beg, I beg, I beg. I don't get time. The officer came up to me and said, Madam, do you know why I stopped you? I said, no, I don't know, because it wasn't like there was no opportunity. It wasn't like I was speeding or anything like that, right? I was driving the normal 25 or a bit 35 miles or whatever. He now said, Madam, you're frowning. Why are you frowning? What is wrong with you? What has happened? What is happening to you that will make you feel so sad? There's nothing. This man started talking to me, like giving me pep talk. That was all he stopped me for. Nothing about, money, all this crap that we're hearing now. Money, this, nothing. After he don't talk to me, you say, okay, madam, smile. If you no smile, I no go let you come off for here. Or you know, if you pass here, make you frown your face. No, no, no. You must smile. I was now forced to, because of the way he said it. I now smiled. He now said, you do okay now? I said, yes, sir. Thank you very much. And I drove off. Where is the humanity? These are the kinds of people I used to know. In fact, there was one time I was driving from Dolphin Estate, right, in Ikoyi. Who was a friend of mine that was driving. This guy was driving so rough. I was even telling him, I was like, Abdul, chill, right? So the policeman now flagged us down. We slowed down. The officer came to me and said, Oga, where are you flying to? I now say, Oga, let me talk to Ramo. I don't understand. You just say, enough for no enter your car, or my car dey my house. Now you say make now you beg me make I follow you, make we drive, go where we dey go. See am now. This man took his time, explained to my friend and said, oh, you cannot be doing that. When I was flagging you, in fact, it's almost like you doubled your speed. Do you have a date with death? Do you want to unalive yourself? My friend was trying to be rude to him. Immediately, he told him, he said, who do you think you're talking to? Very calmly, this guy had a gun, not be the regular police. So this ones, I think that they be the DSS type of police. The guy was now, after that guy schooled my friend. I said, don't talk to me like that. Now, condition make bogafish bend. I'm a master's student. I'm a master's holder or something like that. I went to do, I came out first class in my, don't go there. We're trying to survive. That's why we're doing this job. Don't disrespect me. If you see the way the guy spoke that day, when they talk to my friend, they do my friend yawn. When he finished, I now told him, I said, Abdul, you know they hear word. They tell you, since you know they hear word. Well, I beg, no waiting, no worry. Park for this side, I'll come down. May not be, maybe you should get date with death that day. I don't know. May not say I follow, make I come down. Do you understand? Like, those are the kind of officers I knew in Nigeria. Those are my interactions with them. Anyway, go ahead. That's my little story.
We just have tyrants now. Everybody's angry.
They strip them of their humanity. That's what it is. They look at all these retired police officers that went to protest, for instance. They went to protest for mega money that they are paying them after 30 some years of working for the government. They can't even afford to take care of their family. They go and protest. The same police, their co-police that is still working, are the ones they are using to gag. And those ones are true. They are actually standing in the way of these people, forgetting that they too will be in that position tomorrow.
Of course, now. The same cane they used to flog them is the same one they will use.
Exactly.
So just wait turn by turn. Turn by turn. Turn by turn. So honestly, I don't know. We have a long way to go. People are pleading with Atiku, I think if you don't want to stay in power, stay there, step down for people, stay there, you will still lose. So you have to choose one. If you can be honest to yourself, you will know that even if you contest Atiku, you will still lose. So which one do you want? Because you know people will not support you. You will still lose. You know, it's not smart. Everybody cannot be president. Everybody can never be landlord, no matter how much you work so hard. There are people that work so hard all their life and they're still suffering today. And there are people that haven't worked so hard and they are millionaires in a genuine way. There is something called destiny. If it is not destiny to be, it's not going to happen. It's not destined for you to be president. It's not going to happen. People don't like you, period. I think you're not even campaigning. You're not even going places like this man is going. Visiting people. Donation. All you're trying to do is just to, rig your way, to win the party this thing. At the end of the day, what happened in 2023 is going to happen. That's what they are praying for. So, daddy, grandfather, I don't know what to call you, Mr. Atiku. Forget about it. It's not a competition. If you guys truly, so you people say that you love this country, I don't see that. I don't see that. To what Akpabio is doing to Natasha, you know what? I don't blame Akpabio, not even for one bit. I don't have anything to say to Akpabio. I have something to say to the Senate as a whole. All the men, I'm sure each and every one of them, I believe they have women, they have girls, they have daughters. Tomorrow it might be one of them. To what they are doing to this woman. And nobody, I can't even think, it's just like what you're telling us, don't speak up. Don't speak up. Mr. Babio, I won't even call you Senate President. Mr. Babio, if you are listening, let me tell you something. Even if you people rig your way to the next election, after that, what next? What next? You're not even thinking about the shame, the disgrace. They're dragging you like Aisha will always say, my generator passed my neighbor or something like that. Dragging you, no respect. Children, small children, calling you names. You're fighting a woman. Do you even have a name? They're dragging your name. Let me tell you something. If I were you, we would not even still be having this conversation. It's because you did not handle it well. Somebody else would have handled this thing better. Nobody will be talking about this. But you want to show your power. And finally, to the president, you haven't even made a comment. You have not commented on this case, not even for one day.
Why will he comment?
And that's what made me feel like you are in support of what Akpabio is doing to this woman. Mr. Tinubu, you have children, you have daughters. Are you doing this that tomorrow any of your children will come out to, vie for any political office? Of course, Sheyibu is not going to vie for any political office unless it's going to be in Lagos. And let me tell you, once you are no longer there, you will be irrelevant. If anything happens to Tinubu now, trust me, Sheyi will run out of Nigeria because they will be irrelevant. This one, his daughter is the Yanoloja, whatever of Lagos. She will not be relevant. Go ask people that have been there before you people. It's a question of time. Grab all you can grab. But my thing is that all this money, all this money, what are you guys gonna do with it? Igbo people will say, Ezia Fakego, meaning that good name is better than riches. Good name is better than riches. What are you gonna do with all this, man? It's not about wearing 500 and something thousand Richard Mille watch. My only happiness, whether you own the NAC 2 o'clock, it is the same thing. Whether you wear that or whether you wear what is the other one, Rafael Nadal or Rolex, it's still telling the same time. Whether you carry wetin become Christian G or this 8,000 or 10,000 and I carry my own from Walmart, it is still serving the same purpose. It's always
if he like Tinubu don't give a damn about all this grammar they speak. Like, yeah,
just a name.
Oh my God.
What I
Tinubu does
wear
not
this
care.
my shirt from, I think from Fashion Nova t-shirts. Whether you buy your own from any of these, it's just a cloth to cover us. Whether you wear your shoe from wherever, and I wear my own from Nine West or wherever from Walmart, they are all serving the same purpose.
Kale.
The same way I will be buried is the same way you'll be buried.
Guess what, Ify? 1 second there. This the way they think for me, destiny equals karma. Everybody they collect karma daily based on what they do. Kale. So you think that what is going on in Nigeria is a karmic thing? Is that what you think? Because are you saying that because even the innocent people are collecting that didn't even have anything to do with it? Do you understand? So they're stripping people of their humanity. Okay. Guy, I see you and Kene laughing at me at my experience. Well, I'm sorry if you people's experience is different. Now, my own I did talk about. If it sounds flowery to you, okay. That's the Nigeria I knew. That's the last memory of Nigeria I had. Decent people, they go stop you. They don't no collecting money, nothing. They just do what they want to do, search what they want, search waka comot. Your particulars, you give them to them, they check them. They say the thing, they will just give them back to you. Comot jejely. No, I think I only experienced one time. It was LASMA. It was a LASMA official that was trying to take advantage, and I was able to escape that LASMA person. Do you understand? So other than that, I've had good experiences with officers. You understand? Thankfully, knock on wood, it will continue to remain so, right? I've always had it. So it's not about one time Nigeria was that good. It was that good, and you're right, Sid. Tinubu does not have conscience. He doesn't care. He does not. All this one with the talk, he don't care. If Akpabio can just have a deep think, he will have known that power is not the only thing that is transient. Life also is. All these people that are not thinking like this, they think they're going to live forever. There is good karma and bad karma. Where is weak Fubara? I don't know whether they're going to go lock Fubara for inside toilet somewhere.
Yeah, you see all these things we are saying. What about Ganduje? I heard he's somewhere in the hospital in London.
No, Ganduje is not chairman of FAN.
No, they say he was sick, that he is sick.
Again, recently?
Yeah.
Or that same one?
Not that one. No, for real. That was about last week. Yeah.
What of the one where they sick for London hospital now? The former president, what do they call his name? Not Buhari, another one. When they do peace accord. Abdul Salam. We never hear from that one.
Yeah,
Ganduje they sick again.
Yeah, they say Ganduje that he's somewhere in the hospital in London. They flew him that he's in the critical
recently.
Condition. Yes.
After there was a report that came out and they said he was sick after.
Yes, this one happened. My sister either over the weekend or even on Monday. No, it was all over the social media. Did anybody else heard about it?
I'm sure it's not the same one. Before they made him.
No, not that one. This one just happened. I swear.
Sid say they serve Wike tea.
No, Abdul. No, I heard about this. I swear. I heard about it. Sid said they are all in London.
It's been 6 months in Rivers, you believe? So he has been in Rivers State. Fubara has been. Okay, those who abuse people in Nigeria, they collect huge amount of bad karma. Okay, got it. Okay, welcome, by the way. Rivers State, there is siphoning going on. The administrator is robbed. I'm telling you, the guy they collect money from Rivers State, shro, billions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And not guess what? Nothing will happen. The only reason I believe Fubara wants to come back is because he did not, they took him unawares. They took him unawares, honestly speaking. So he wants to go back so that he can siphon his own money.
No, wait. How did they take him unawares? When Wike, from the jump, when Wike was doing all this thing and Fubara was doing his shoulder high, like with shoulder pad, like he was up to the task, like he was saying, it's not everybody that can be, and one person cannot be crazy, they rake. He saw it coming. They didn't take him unawares. Okay. He saw it coming. Person went for ready, went for gather. See as Amechi show. You just say Amechi that kind of thing for happen.
Yeah, it's not possible.
So I mean, if you know you're not up to the task, not be person, not be favor,
but
this guy, this woman, Jonathan wife put Wike for there, right? He prove it. Not be person Wike replace. Why if to say the person can't harass Wike like you say he forget away with him?
I think the only reason Wike was able to do what he did was because this man, the president, supported him. Trust me, if it's not because Tinubu is behind Wike will not be able to do chakam to that man. Wike will not be able to do chakam. But just because, Tinubu was strongly behind him, that was the reason why he was able to do what he did. Now he has agreed to everything they told him. He has agreed to everything.
17 billion. Hi! Lord have mercy. Lord,
Hilda Dokubo, yes, you are right, guy. You are right, my brother. Exactly. Hi. Yeah, to put a solar panel.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah. That P1 video, I don't know whether I want to play them. That thing, you may listen to music.
I beg, make we listen to them, I beg.
May I listen? May we play this music?
Oh, yeah, no, take result for why you do the laugh. No condition is permanent. Now fake result for why people dash me, help me want to day and us. Since this man feel why he never rest for today hand. How I take feel why I no get 1 F9. He ate a quarter to build this up when I pass. Now today I no go finish this my career. Today get high flame too. I get high nego. This is the kind of governor you can buy from demo. This man results better pass my own dark road. Thank you, Shukura. Make I use your results, get hope. I go laminate this results hang out for my pile. I don't want to see that Peter Obi for my edu. Peter must inform me before he branch my state. Person right, he'll inform you when you pass Wike. Jesus, that one pay me. The only governor that failed Wike, I went to uni. Governor for literacy. See the arithmetic for the mathematics. I at least gotta see. This guy was still failing Wike when Obi was governing. This man was spoil Edo people name. Another person say, Edo people where I know smart pass like this. And bad thing, not be like this, see, then they behave. This is now what I'm talking now. My Edo brothers don't even they try support me small. I thought enough was enough. Until person say that big insult to Akara if them rapping with my Wike results.
Wow.
Nigeria. So this guy, I think Tunde Edno sent it to him. His name is Monday. No, okay. He sent did a compilation and he released. He gave it to release music. Hey, God, I beg you. Okay, may I look for that P1 video? Oh, in the meantime, I'm gonna quickly listen to this combo.
Amblonita sia fufu dominata nuwa. Magia patarego. Ambloniba sia mbonini na banuwa. Iba sia mege kwe igabia. Mwenye mbiko jeki sebola na yoba chuku. Wai mebu no mwegi yo. Kama o ipa wibaro. Ipa wibaro. Kama kwa ipa wibaro yo. Ipa wibaro.
Now T-Pain and Peter Obi. AI don't suffer for Nigerians' hands. My goodness. I see that video. I laugh. Let me see if I save that P1's video.
I love my country, Nigeria, honestly speaking. Imagine if that country is working. Imagine. Just imagine.
Let me see. I think I need to find it. I don't know if I saved it. P1. What's it be name? Scotty Guma, right?
Yeah, Scott.
That is his name. And this guy's comedy, omo, Kevin Black don level up, oh, big time. All in comedy now, skits now, hit back to back. Okay, let me play so that you guys can listen to him. I'll come back to that comedian. He has some skits about politics and what's going on in Nigeria. This is it.
To the Nigerian police. To the Nigerian police. Now, this is how everything happened. So, like you know, I've been calling out P1 for the past 2 months. So, initially, when I started calling out P1, I was about a month into the call out. So, P1 never reached out to me. P1 has never reached out to me. They've never reached out to me. So, I was first of all invited by the Deputy Commissioner of Police, Yaba Panti. And you can see the invitation. And this invitation was sent to me on the 5th of June. 5th of June, 2025. You can see the invitation there. I was invited to come to the DCP's office on Tuesday, the 10th of June, 2025. You can see the invitation. This was the first invitation I got from the Nigerian police, from the DCP, Yaba Panti, Lagos. So I went on that very day. I met with the police. And when I got there, they took me to the DCP office. I was inside the DCP office. Then I saw some people from P1. Then the DCP asked me to sit down. I sat down. Then the DCP asked me if I know these people. I said, I don't know them. So it was the DCP who told me that they are from P1. I said, okay, since they are from P1. So he asked, has P1 reached out to you before? I said, no. P1 has never reached out to me. And that was the exact truth. So the first time P1 reached out to me was at the DCP office, Yaba Panti, police station. So the DCP, he made a statement that they are respecting me. Otherwise, maybe they would have even arrested me even before I come here. I said, why you go arrest me? He now said, okay, that what's the matter? What's going on? That they said I'm calling them out. That they've shown him some of the videos and all that. So I said, yes, this is what is going on. I even showed him that SEC. I said, even SEC has called these people a fraudulent Ponzi scheme. So we spoke and spoke. Then he said, I should try and settle with them. I said, okay, no problem. But before we say anything, before we settle anything, the chairman of P1, Dr. Gaston, needs to be present in that meeting if we are going to discuss anything. Then the lawyer to the chairman to P1, Bernard Oniga, made a statement and he said, I am not powerful enough to have a meeting with the chairman. That was his exact statement. So I said, okay, no problem. So we left. I went home. I was granted administrative bail. And I left and I went home with my people that came with me because I came with my brother and I also came with a lawyer. So we left and we went home. Now, P1 started sending me a letter. They sent a letter that I don't even need to come. That I should just give them the names. I should send my lawyer, that they will do the meeting with lawyer to lawyer. I should just give them the names of people that has been complaining that P1 are owing them. Because as at that time, I had about 50-something names that we've collected so far. This was in June. After I left, I continued my call out. Since no meeting with the chairman, I did not stop. I continued calling them out. And after, I went to submit the first 50 copies of petition to the EFCC. I submitted that 50 copies of petition to the EFCC. Then I continued. After I continued, I kept getting more names. As we speak now, I have over 250 names of people that P1 are owing. So I kept on getting more names. Then I took another 50 copies. I went and submitted to the EFCC. That it became 105 petitions that I've submitted to the EFCC as at that time. Then P1 saw that this thing is not going to increase. This way, a lot of cash well. That was why P1 started looking for me with every means possible. So in July, this very same month, July, as earlier on this month, around July 2nd, 4th, 5th, around that time, the EFCC sent a message to my lawyer that they should bring witness of people who P1 has defrauded. They should bring them to the EFCC. And the date that they're supposed to bring these people was Wednesday, 9th of July. And this is the letter that the EFCC sent to my lawyer. Wednesday, 9th of July, they should come with witness. And that same Wednesday, 9th of July, they also sent the chairman of P1, Dr. Augustine, that should be at the EFCC. He was invited to, because I got some information that he was invited to be at the EFCC on 9th of July. So this was where the old drama started. So immediately they got that invitation letter from EFCC, P1 started chasing me. They started looking for me. So on Sunday, the 6th of July, they are supposed to be at the EFCC on the 9th of July. So on Sunday, the 6th of July, I got a message from the DCP office that I'm to show up. And I will post the message. You can see the message. That I'm to show up on Monday, the 7th of July. So I said, this thing is too impromptu. So I sent a message to them that this is quite impromptu. How can you say I should come to the police station on Monday and you are messaging me on Sunday, 10:19 p.m.? I will post everything in my next post. All the chats, every document, I will post it. How can you say I should come? So they said, okay, if I cannot come on Monday, the 7th of July, I should come on Tuesday, the 8th of July. I also said it is impromptu. And I told them I will come on the 14th of July, which is Monday. They didn't say anything. They said, okay, that I'm trying to disrespect the office of the commissioner, deputy commissioner. I said, I'm not trying to disrespect the office of the deputy commissioner. I will not be available. This meeting is impromptu. So they said, okay. So they were pressuring me because they know that the EFCC has invited P1 on the 9th of July, which was on a Wednesday. So that Wednesday, I also went to the EFCC with my lawyer and some witness. And then I also took another 25 new fresh petitions to the EFCC. So that was when it became 130 petitions that I've submitted to the EFCC. Then P1, I got some information that P1 did not show up. The chairman of P1, he did not show up at the EFCC. He dishonored the invitation. He sent his lawyer. So I also got some information that the EFCC detained the lawyers, allegedly. I don't know how true, but that was the information that I got. So the next thing, they started calling me from the DCP office again, started messaging me. So I said I will come on Monday. So it got to that Monday, I could not come. I could not go. So I also notified them, we come tomorrow, which is Tuesday. So they said, okay. Then unfortunately, that Monday, that Buhari died. That was when they brought Buhari. So Tuesday was public holiday. So I also messaged them that I'm getting information that Tuesday is public holiday. That they should confirm that if it's public holiday, I will come on Wednesday. So they confirmed from the DCP office that Tuesday was, I will post on the chat. They confirmed. So they said, okay, I should come on Wednesday, 10 o'clock. Wednesday, as at 11 o'clock, I was at the DCP's police station. I was at the Yaba Panti police station. And I left home that day without breakfast. There's a reason I'm saying this thing. Without breakfast, without water. I went there, I said, about 11. I went to the DCP office. Then they brought me and they started questioning me. I will say everything that they said. So they said, I dishonored your invitation. I said, I did not dishonor your invitation. You messaged me on Sunday that I should come on Monday. I always said it was impromptu. And here I am now. I came. You did not come and bring me. I came myself. So they said that they told me to go and settle this matter. That I went on to keep posting. That it is wrong. Why would I do that? I said, you said we should go and settle the matter. The chairman refused to come for settlement. So I continued whatever I was doing. And they said, don't get me the right to do that. That it is wrong to do that. I said, okay. Then the next thing, police started saying that I should give them the names of the people that I have. Now, the reason they're asking for these names, let me state the reason why they're asking for these names. For two reasons. P1 are owing so many people. They might be owing close to 2,000 people, if not more. And I have about 130 names. So they want me to give them those names so they can pay those people, so they can spoil the case with the EFCC. Now, they cannot pay randomly because they are owing too many people. So even if they pay 1,000 people, they might not be able to still pay those 130 names that are with the EFCC. So they need the exact names of those people so they can pay them, so they can go into the case with the EFCC. So this is why P1 is looking for me. Up until today, I never see them those names. That is why they are still looking for me, even up to today. So the police, the Nigerian police, said I should give them those names. I said, I can't give you those names. They said I should give them that they want to investigate the case. So I told them, I said, you said you want to investigate this case. But right now, you are investigating just me. You are the police. You don't need me to help you with investigation. Investigate yourself. Why are you asking me for names? So I said, I'm not giving them any names. They said I must give them. I said, I'm not giving them any names. I don't have any names to give you. So they understood that, this guy not go submit. All these things I'm saying now was coordinated by the discipline. Then they said I should go to the RPO's office. Then the RPO started whitewashing me, that I should just avoid trouble. I should give them what they want. So this matter will just die. I know it was. I don't talk to the RPO, nothing. So the next thing, they brought me back to one of the DCP's office, where they were interrogating me. They brought me back there. Then the next thing, they said they should arrest this man. Lega, arrest this man. They just said they should arrest me. Then the next thing, the Lega just came, threw a document at me. I said, sign it. I said, let me read it first now. He said, read what, sign it. I said, no, I can't sign anything without reading. He said, you don't want to sign, you must sign it. I said, I cannot sign anything without reading it. So I said, okay, if you don't let me read it, I'll let my lawyer read it. Because I went there with my lawyer, my brother as well, one of my lawyers. I'll let my lawyer read it. So my lawyer took it, I was reading it. Then I said I should sign it. Then the next thing, they said we should come outside from the office. And we went outside from the office. Then the next thing, they brought a statement and said I'm the one that writes it, that I should sign. I said, I'm not the one that writes this statement. They said I'm the one that writes it, that this is my handwriting. I said, I'm not the one that wrote this statement. This is not my handwriting. They said I'm the one that wrote it. My lawyer kept on telling them, you calm down, let's read this thing. He said he's not the one that wrote it. So then they found out that I'm not the one that wrote what they said I should write. So they said we should sign it. My lawyer said, I said, okay, you wait, let my lawyer finish reading before I sign anything. So I said, okay, man, not worry. Carry me, go arrest. Sure, you want to arrest me? Take me to the cell. Just allow my lawyer read. I will sign later when he finished reading. So they took me to the counter. So I should off my cap, my earring, my wristwatch, my shoe, and the next thing, they threw me inside the cell. That was it. That was how I was locked up. And this was Wednesday the 16th of July. And I left home that day without breakfast, without food or water. And I was arrested by the police as at around 2. That was when they detained me and arrested me and threw me inside the cell. Now, this was what happened inside the cell. So I was inside the cell. I said about 5. I'm stating all these things for some reasons. So you know how the Nigerian police humiliated me. They treated me like a criminal. So I was inside the cell at about 5 p.m. I called for all those food in the cell. I called him. He came. He came. Want to buy food for people who are inside the cell. So he came. Collected money from everybody. I also gave him money. I gave him about 2,000. I said, you should buy me 1 Nutri-Milk, 1 bread, and bottle of water because I've not eaten throughout that day. This was around 5. He took my money. He took every other person's money. He left. He came back. He brought food for every other person. He did not bring what I asked him to buy for me. So I asked him, how far now? What asked him to buy for me? He said he come. This was around after 5. And I said that guy again. They did not bring any food for me or that bread or the Nutri-Milk or water. Then as at about after 10, Coco P came. That was when Coco P came. So they brought me out. They called me and brought me out. So I came outside. I saw Coco P. Now Coco P can testify to this. Immediately I saw Coco P. The first thing I said was Coco P. Because Coco P won't bottle water. I said, I beg, give me water. These people now like Coco P, give me water. So Coco P can say, what can I give water? Coco P can open the water, can't drink them. Can't say, take, can't give me. That was when I drank water. That whole day. And this was about after 10. No food for Bele, no water. Now to do, Coco P left. So they not allow me to talk to Coco P. They stood there, about 2 officers. They were there trying to listen to our conversation. So I had to bend Coco P and spoke to his ears. So I told him whatever I wanted to tell him. And then Coco P said, okay, no, yeah. And then Coco P left. So they took me back inside the cell. So it was around 11 that they now brought that Nutri-Milk and bread I asked them to buy for me since 5 o'clock. I don't know if the police intentionally refused that guy from buying anything for me. Because he buy for everybody. They don't buy for me. They don't bring what they ask me to buy. And there's a reason I'm saying this thing. So around 11 we brought those, I never coffee, the bread is too strong. So I drank just that water that Coco P gave me and the Nutri-Milk. So I had to get my belly for 1 full day. Now I sleep. The next morning, as around after 7, the police came to bring me out from the cell. They brought another paper. They said I should sign. I said, no, I'm not signing. I cannot sign this. They said I should sign it. I said I cannot sign it if my lawyer is not here. They said I must sign. I said, okay, let me read it. They said I should sign it without reading it. I said I cannot sign it if my lawyer is not here. not do anything, my lawyer. They said they want to grant me bail. I said, no, not grant me bail. You just wait till my lawyer comes. When my lawyer comes, you grant me bail. Before that night, my brothers and my lawyer were trying to work my bail. The DCP, they met with the DCP. The DCP refused to grant me bail. He said they should come tomorrow. That was the exact statement that they told me that the DCP said. So no do not do. I said, I'm not signing. I'm not signing and I'm not feeling anything if my lawyer is not here. So they said they should sign. I said, why are you in a hurry? I'm not in your custody. Why are you in a hurry? I'm in your custody. I'm not running. You wait for my lawyer come before I sign anything. So they said they took me back. They took me back. I said, but after it, they came again. And this time they came with force. They came, they brought handcuff. I said, they want to handcuff me. I said, why not they handcuff me? Why not they carry me go? This was where the police said I had a fight with them. Now, this was what happened. They want to handcuff me. I said, why not they handcuff me? Why not they carry me go? So I do my hand up like this. I said, why not they handcuff me? So they want to handcuff me. So I started screaming that I'm entitled to a lawyer. I'm not going anywhere until I see my lawyer. This was how I do my hand. They want to handcuff me. I'm not going anywhere until I see my lawyer. I'm not going anywhere until I see my lawyer. That's what I kept on screaming with my hands up. Then one of the, before you know, so I was shouting then, before I know, more than 10 policemen don't surround me. So when I came, I said that they are taking me to court. I said, you're taking me to court without my lawyer? I let it go. So I kept raising my hand and shouting that I'm not going anywhere without my lawyer. So this was the lie that they said that I had an altercation with the police. They videoed me. So Nigerian police, if I truly assaulted any officer, if I truly had any altercation with the police, post the video. Post it. The next thing, more than 20 police don't surround me. Then while we were in that same scene, my lawyer came in. So I saw my lawyer, quickly ran to my lawyer. I said, they said they carry me go court. Should I go? He said yes. So that was how they took me and handcuffed me at my back. Oh, this was the part where the Nigerian police humiliated me. They handcuffed me at my back and threw me inside the vehicle. They put us inside one small cab. The police vehicle, one very small vehicle. So they begin to drive. My lawyers and my brother, we are on there. I don't know what will happen, but I just know police, 3 IPOs and 1 police driver, and I carry me. Handcuff on my back. They tied that handcuff to the tightest. My hand nearly cut off. And the police were intentionally driving rough, driving speed. So making a drive me the whole break. The more the handcuff they tight and they tied me from my back, I did like this. I had to see that in between the chair because 1 IPO there right, 1 IPO there left, 1 IPO there the front of the car, then driver, they are there middle. So I rest like this. So they kept on driving intentionally. From Yaba Panti, before we got to our courts, I was screaming, I was crying, I was begging the Nigerian police to please remove that handcuff and chain me on the front. They refused. These people not agree. I was in severe pain. You not do. My hand gushed out blood. I had cuts. Look at it. Look at some of the bruises. So and this is 1 week after. You can see. This is 1 week after. This will happen on Thursday. And this is today, Wednesday. See my hand. See all the cuts. Look at all this one. See all the cuts. You can see all the cuts from my hand. I started bleeding. I was in severe pain. I've never felt that kind of pain in my entire life. I kept on begging these people, please, just pack and remove this ankle and put it at the front. The Nigerian police not great. I kept on screaming. It gets to a point I go on fence. I'll come fall my head for the rest of the driver like this. Once I fall, because I'm trying to relax my wife, don't scream. Remember, I've not eaten. I've not eaten for 1 whole day, and this was the next day. So I go rest my head on top the chair of the driver. If I don't scream, no power again, my head go fall on top the driver. The driver will use his shoulder, push my head, go back. I go scream, I go try and rest up for this one, that one, for the passenger seat. The woman, the IPO there, she carry her hand, push my head, go back. They say, maybe you not be corporate. You're from strong head now. Maybe you not be corporate. I was in severe pain. Oh God, Nigerian police, they treated me like a criminal.
Oh God.
They treated me less than a dog. So wait, cyberbullying. That was how they took me. I begged, I cried, I begged these people, remove this handcuff, my hand is pulling off. They're not great. They tied this to the tire. The driver kept on mashing the brake. You know the way police they drive now. They mash brake anyhow. They hold brake. They climb speed bump. All those to intentionally put me in severe pain. These people knew exactly what they do because when we got to court, they did not stop at the court. They stopped for one corner before we reached court. They brought me down, brought me out, and removed the handcuff and put them for front. They will now walk with leg to court. They did not take that. They did not make anybody see me. Say what they do. We can't use leg. We can't reach court. From court, we just go inside high court. Then the next thing they just take me to up for high court. No food, no water for my belly. If you notice, it's one of these high court. If you see this picture, if you see, I was holding my wrist. I was holding my hands like this. My hands was bleeding. I hold my hand like this. If you see that picture, all the things that they talk about, they are not even listening. I not even hear because I was without strength. I was without food. I was without water for a whole day into the next day, and they give me that severe pain for more than 30-something minutes journey from Yaba Panti to Federal High Court. So they finished that court process, and they said I have to wait inside the court till court go finish. So it took about after 2 before they come finish. They said that they work my arrest paper and all that. So they granted me bail, but no bail application because they did everything fast. The police lied in court. They said I came to court. I came to prison around 5. They said I fought with police. That was what they lied. They lied all those things. So as I'm about after 3 or to 2 or to 3 or thereabouts, we were about going out because only me, my brother, and my lawyer, they left and they were working some processes. So it was me and 2 of the IPOs. I was even remaining inside the court. So as I stand up, and nearly one collapse. One of the registrars inside the court, she ran to me and said, "Alleged, take water." Nigerians, no abuse. Police no allow me drink that water. I hold water with cup from my. No, allow me drink this water. I can move. Oh, you want me to lose my job? I can move. Oh, please leave this place. They no allow me drink that water. I was about collapsing. No food for my belly for 2 days. With that severe pain that they made me went through. That's why they took me to the prison custody. And that was it. That's about after 4. My brothers and my lawyer could not come. I don't know what the things were going to do. So they came. That was when I ate for 2 days. I said, about after 4 was when I ate food for 2 days. And that was how I was taken to Ikoyi Correctional Center and spent 4 days. I was taken to a correctional center. I got there about after 5 on Thursday till Monday until I was released. So now to P1. Everything what they do for the past 2 months, an introduction. Now that case starts. No negotiation. It's not a trend. It's a movement.
If you said don't join the movement, you said
It's not even funny at all. This guy
it's
could,
not funny.
because had he been, he has a medical history. Let's say this guy is diabetic. Let's say he's diabetic. This guy could have collapsed and died. Die. And guess what? Nothing will happen. They were gonna concur story and forge a lie, and that case will be just shut down like that. No humanity at all. Common water, food. He gave you people money. May he never be well with all of you that did this thing to this boy. May he never be well with you people. Like he said, I pour on a space. Mr. Augustine or whatever. You a disgrace. That's why somebody called me, one of my friends. Oh, they're selling land in Asaba. I say, Ify, her name is Ify. I say, even if they're selling it to 11 Naira, I no go buy. I say, I no go buy you. He said, after 5 years, after 1 year, you resell it, you get profit. I say, is this not Ponzi scheme? After 1 year. I say, is this not Ponzi scheme? So let me tell you something. You people think landed properties, and it's not an investment. I said, let me explain to you. You buy a land of 1 million today at the rate of 1,000, let's say $1,000 per Naira. And next year you want to sell it for 5 million. At what rate? Do you think you're making profit? No, you're not making profit. You're not making profit. Huh? You're not making profit. And then you're gonna buy land. You struggle to get the paper. What am I even doing with land anyway? Don't be saying inside 1 bedroom, me I go sleep. Inside 1 bedroom. Inside 1 bedroom. Oh, God.
There's somewhere I play the music again, so I won't play the music for popular asking. Which one I want make I play? Is it the one with T-Pain and P.O. or
you play too much?
or more? After this sad story, I beg, we need them. We need them.
Magia Batarego, Amloniba Sambonini Nabanua, Iwasia Mega Koi Abia, when the Picoja Kisapola Nayobachuku. Why you may know where you are? Ipa, we borrow. Kamakwa, Ipa, we borrow. Ipa, we borrow.
Okay. I don't know which one, but make we play the other one again. Sorry, Ify. I know you are itching to say everything on your mind for the past. You haven't been here, so I will let you have the floor. Make we fair listen to, because popular demand. I promise I go play them after that.
Oh, yeah, no take result why you do they laugh. Well, condition is permanent. Now take result why you people dash me, oh. Help me want to day and us. Since this man feel why he never rest for today hand. How I take why I can no get one F9. He ate a quarter to build this seven pass. Now today I go finish this man area. Today get I flare too. I get I nego. This is the kind of governor you can buy from demo. This man results better pass my own dark road. Thank you, Shukura. Make I use your results, get hope. I go laminate this result hang out for my pile. I don't want to see that Peter Obi for my edu. Peter must inform me before he branch my state. Person right, he'll inform you when you pass Wike. Jesus, now want pay me. The only governor that failed Wike and went to uni. Governor for literacy. See the arithmetics. For the mathematics, I at least gotta see. This guy was still failing Wike when Obi was governing. This man was spoiled Edo people name. Another person say, Edo people where I know smart pass like this. A bad thing, no be like this, see, then they behave. This happened now when I'm governor. My Edo brothers don't even they try support me small. I thought enough was enough. Until person say a big insult to Akara if they rap and with my Wike results.
Hey! Oh my goodness. If you rant, I know say you don't take, so I go send her to you, Oriyomi. Popular demand.
I don't even know how we got to this point where we are today. Everybody's a terror. Any little opportunity you get, you use it to intimidate others. Nigerian police, fear. I pour on a spit for your face. Pour on a spit for your face.
This is why for me, this 2027 election, right, as it unfolds, I'm happy that a lot of people are taking a very everybody don't they understand waiting they fight against. I'm very, very, very happy about that, to be honest with you. Even Peter Obi's tone has changed. We're going to see a lot of surprises in the upcoming week. And for those people that have been going on I've seen people do lives insulting Ahmed Dati and saying that why did he say this, why did he not? Can we chill out for a second? I don't understand. This man is a man of honor and integrity. I don't understand why some people, some obedient, any small thing like they go analyze all na talk and all na social media end. None of them they go floor ground, go they figure out it they happen, go they do the hard work. When I will just carry anybody wanna just feel like say, oh, you want to come on. The man never said he wanted to run for presidency. And if he did come out, doesn't he have a right to throw his hat in? But this man is a man of integrity. You are dealing with people with high integrity. Not your usual culprits, your bandits, your mafias that are running the show. This man has high integrity, right? We may not, as a bad reach for North and the North Central, Middle Belt, and the rest of them. They stand on their word. At least that much I know about them. Once they don't they stand behind you, they stand finish. They stand finish. They're not they shaky. Are there exceptions? Absolutely. But their word is their bond. It not be like where some of us come from. We say, best if you tell you one thing today, he will tell you 15 things for your back. I mean, we should take it easy. Maybe we not go use our hand. Because I'm not liking what I'm hearing. Ahmed Dati has never said that, he wants to run for presidency. You guys know what's going on. And again, sometimes when people are doing stuff like that, or people are saying, even if Abure is the one that said, just let it play out. Make we see as it go play out. And not be everybody it's not everyone that is desperate for power. It's not everybody that wants it by all means necessary. It's not everybody that is willing to throw other people under the bus just so they can rise. Not everybody has that mindset. I know it's bad in Nigeria right now, but there are still people who stand firm on their word. And Ahmed, that is one of them. We need to take it easy. Even with this ADC coalition, these coalitions now, today coalition, people we are insulting each other. We need to chill. Peter Obi knows exactly what. Sometimes we dey talk, and I dey hate am when some people dey make this man dey feel like say he no dey fit think by himself. Peter Obi knows exactly. He's operating on high wisdom when a lot of people they lack. He's not going to come out and tell you everything. 2027 is still one and a half years away from now. Can we just be observing and watching? Of course, that does not mean that when we see something that's not playing out correctly, we shouldn't say something about it. But I mean, let's not, we're reading too much into it. Sometimes this school, when we go, I don't understand. Everybody wants to analyze, pick things apart, look at it, flip it over, search. I mean, come on. The people that are giving us bad government in Nigeria, nobody's talking about the money they are stealing every day anymore. Are we not supposed to be focusing on that and bringing it out in the limelight? Now we are hearing Ganduje is sick. Why is nobody talking about it? Every day they see they buy people. Why is nobody talking about? We're supposed to highlight the damage this government is doing. They are just successfully made you. They are whipping it up. They are sending the followers in to be whipping so that you people will not remember to talk about their governance. When we borrow ourselves brain, everything not be every time you want to analyze everything you want to analyze. No, now it's too much. I bet me will listen to this man, Dr. Aruna Guru.
What is our problem with the Igbos? We come and say one Nigeria, one Nigeria. Now they change the national anthem and wrote the old one to talk about we being together. But it's all a lie. It's all lip and mouth service. I don't know what is our problem. Why are we afraid of the people from the southeast? Then we say we are one Nigeria. When they are now saying they want to leave Nigeria so that they can have Biafra, we fight it. If we know they are not important, why are we not letting them go? Now when it comes to power, we don't trust them.
Why are they afraid of Igbo people? Now, why are they afraid of people from the southeast? If you don't like these people, let them go. Let them be free. I am from the north. I am telling you this. No be me touch it. Now Dr. Haruna Goro touch it. I'm going to play the video for you. She's going to tell you what exactly she's going on. Why these people, they know what make Peter Obi become the president of Nigeria. You know, I know some people can go come for my comment box, going to talk rubbish. If you are talking on your own. Let me play the video for you.
All of us northerners must team up behind Obi. We have suffered under our own so-called northerners. Why did Wike destroy PDP? He destroyed it because he said it was the turn of the south and that the ticket should be zoned to somebody from the south. That was his fight. That was his grievance. So why should it now be okay to say that it should remain in the north? That time when they were advocating and saying PDP has said it must be north-south, and that time it was the turn of the south. But even though that was what PDP stood for, what did Atiku do? He stood again from the north. He's trying to do the same thing. Mr. Atiku, you're doing the same thing again. Tinubu is now going for 4 years. Then there's another 4 more years for a southerner. Since Tinubu has destroyed Nigeria, and it's obvious Nigerians don't want him. So that's why it's good to allow it to stay in the south. To stay in the south, it shouldn't stay with Tinubu. And there is a region that has not been given a chance. Since 1999, they've not had a chance. Southeast. What is the problem that people don't want to be? Is it because people are scared? What are they scared for? Because they want to continue corruption? They want to continue to loot the resources of the nation, destroy the nation, while people are suffering, they are enjoying. Anybody that's standing to support Atiku now, I think they are supporting a second term of Tinubu. I know I came in peace, but it's getting to me right now. I don't know what else to say. Mr. Atiku, please do the right thing. And I call upon you, David Mark and Arebo Shola, please you people do the right thing. All the people that are under AGC, except if you people have already done a secret deal and it's all window dressing from the outside, making it look as if we are all coming together in a coalition. But already behind closed doors, they've already decided who will be.
Now, wow. Honestly, Michael, you are right about that. You are right. You are absolutely correct about that. To be quite honest with you. Yeah, you are right. Now I'm a born news, now Nigerians they used to. Absolutely. Yeah. I don't know this wetin that they call am. Very dark man and portable. They release music for each other. Oh. I go play my play portable, then I go play very dark man. Oh. More than no verse, so I beg not be every day we go dey serious.
Very dark man, Adodi. Very dark man, Adodi. You be Adodi. Ìdídúlẹ́ndú. Very dark man, Adodi. Pure water tútù rè. Ta ló pa mú lólè? Pàdé mi ní sáwàdí. Àbúfẹ́ borí ẹ̀ sápá ni. You the mad abi, àbúfẹ́ bọ́lá yé abi. You the mad abi, àbúfẹ́ bọ́lá yé abi. Very dark man, your mama. You be talaka. Your mama na jao. Your papa na zumeko. Ole look my jet. Oh my dear. I'm not with me like Igore. Daddy me mojo. Daddy me mojo. Emi o ma ken shadi Igore. Ole look my jet. Oh my dear. Oh my dear. I'm not with me like Igore. Daddy me mojo. Daddy me mojo. Emi o ma ken shadi Igore. Ara idori odori. Odori odori. Ara idori odori. Odori odori.
This portable, something is very wrong with them. More
I
than
mean,
no
yes,
verse, so go ahead.
yes. I mean, once you start calling somebody's mother, I mean, I think you're just overstepping your boundary. You
Exactly.
can say each other, anything to each other.
Exactly.
And
Yes.
you know, VDM will get
VDM enter studio now. I'm all hearing you.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
Beautiful.
You know, face to face, who will, I mean, deck the hell out of. See, anyway, let me just keep
Make I play. We go talk. I don't laugh, Taya.
Them beat you. Papa J, Mama J. Holy water. Beside the water. I carry my Samuel apple. Healing. Deliverance. Big deliverance. Holy Ghost is touching me. Politicians, vendors, cocoa butter, butterfly, jollof rice, jollof beans, jollof stew, Yoruba, Igbo, Hausa, Christians, Muslims, Babalawo, Yahoo boys, they rip me, chai, ma for, Jimo Magpamina, I, father producer.
Very unserious group of people waiting they happen for the country. These people they see, but waiting that they call them. Portable can't feel them later. Portable came out and started explaining.
We don't file charges against VDM.
He say no file charges against VDM. So when they go arrest him, say be like say why they not fit touch VDM? Why we say they don't they fit touch VDM?
Now crying they cry.
After he don't release song, go. I say so. This thing paying you Portable.
Now you started this, you go put your mouth for VDM case. VDM was minding his business. You just carry your mouth, put for in case. And you know that one will tell you, me a way there for ground. You think say you go disgrace me.
Exactly.
Yeah? Did I tell you say I day up here before?
I'm telling you.
Did I tell you I day up? Me, I day for ground well. Ground on the floor. I know they follow you day up. Me, I day for Portable. Come on now.
God.
Don't start a fight you will not finish. That's
I'm
what
telling you, you want to come and pick up,
Yeah.
you see who know, you don't
Don't
pick up
send anybody.
now
Eh?
very dark man you won't come after. That man when he get everybody time. When he serve you your own, you gonna feel headache. See as they panic. You don't explain tire. So they say you don't file suit against them. I say, I'll be someone
That's
that
so
they release.
funny.
I
I
beg
beg.
you.
It's just this small thing. They just they give people joy. Just they
I'm
make
telling
your
you.
mind come out for the stress where they happen for that country.
I
But
not go lie to you. After I don't read the news now, these people now they help me. I go look for who they find who trouble. I go read. I go laugh. I go. Or this Amoneke they give me joy now. This one when I want to play. So oh my god, I like his skits like crazy. I'm always looking for.
His Excellency, I and my church are not interested in any political engagement. Neither do we collect bribes to support any political candidate, just like some other pastors do.
And who says I've come to seek support from your church? Well, the church is for everybody, right? I have come to seek forgiveness. Because I know, I see on the news, that there are areas that have loopholes, and I'm imperfect. Just like Saul on his way to Damascus, repented and became poor. I have come to seek forgiveness from God Almighty. Please, Pastor, pray for me.
Well, who am I to say no? The blessings of the Lord is for all. Need let me pray for you. Father, your son have come to you with a heart full of repentance. Please, give him a better heart to rule his people well. Amen.
Pastor Uchenna, this is the hand that I used to embezzle money. Please, can you raise it up and pray for me? Raise it up, please.
This hand you gave to your son, please, let him do good with it, and not evil. What? Hope is not what I'm thinking. Governor, you want?
You will see the edit.
Now they collect that.
The General Overseer of Mount Sinai Christian Church, Pastor Uche, received Governor today, and after praying for him, he endorsed him and said he is the chosen one. Come 2027, you know the man for the job. Vote Governor Amuneke.
Lord of God.
Hey, Governor Amuneke, the guy know they deceive. This is political skits. Oh my God, I said, this is it. See another one for you. Make we listen to this one. One another so too many things they happen for Nigeria. I bet more will play small. Maybe every time.
No, it's fine. Yeah, it's okay. You know, I'm in a haste. I just say, let me come and greet you. I brought you some gifts.
Are you serious? Wow.
Let's have it.
Hello.
Okay? This is for you. Okay?
Hello. My honorable governor. Thank you. God will bless you.
Bless you too. You know, I heard that you are a reputable man. I care of you. You know, they say you are the spokesperson for the people of our community.
I'm the one.
They say when you speak, they listen. And you are doing well. So that is why I've come to, you know, seek for your support against the upcoming 2027 gubernatorial election.
Okay. You want me to tell my people to vote for you?
Well, not exactly, but if you people vote, you can see the good works.
I'm sorry, I can't do that.
What's going on
I'm
here?
sorry, because you people are the same thing now. When I tell them to go and vote for you now, tomorrow night you broke your ear and be traveling up and down. You do it for the community.
I'm not like that. I mean, you see, I'm a city governor. I came here to have time with you. I'm not a travel governor now. This is not even bribe. It's a cola. Oh, come and say hello.
But in our tradition, this is the person you go to visit that will actually give you cola. And I have cola in my house. Should I go and bring for you?
It's okay. Well, I don't mean to be rude, but I want you to understand that with or without you, I will win. Again.
I also don't mean to be rude, but if you like, add 100 million to this gift. I still won't accept it, I won't vote for you.
Then it's okay. I don't want peace. Take all this gift back to the car. You will see the edit.
Who said it is that?
When you see, you will know. It will shock you.
Daddy, is it bad to vote?
No, voting is not bad though. Okay. But in this country in Nigeria, it's only those in power that can give power to the person that want to be in power. What is it?
That is you.
Governor Amuneke paid a courtesy visit to Chief John Bosco and showered him with lots of gifts. He knows the man for the job. Vote Governor Amuneke come 2027.
Yeah? What are the estates gate, eh? Tell him to lock that gate. Tell him to get us up. I don't understand why you okay.
Hey, Amuneke don't take the comedy to another level. No matter what this useless portable they campaign for Tinubu cannot run away from the fact that he was caught. And yeah, that's what VDM said. And it was recorded. Guy, you go pay me if I dance. I know they dance again, no, unless I get chicken ching 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 from my account. They were beating Portable like the common thief that he is. No one outruns that kind of disgrace. Yep, it's on serious seed, man. You know, sometimes you just gotta laugh. What can I say? You just gotta laugh, man. And these people now, then they calm people pressure for this for our country. He played the pastor Alatipe, I'm telling you. Honestly, we need to laugh every time when I come in. I'm serious from beginning to end. I'm like, you know what? Today, make I take it easy. Politicians don't downgrade from rice to indomie. Not be indomie again, no. To Gary, small sachet of Gary. Now they share now. Small sachet of Gary. Now they share to people now. I'm telling you. That skit of this comedian acting as a politician who built a school and reversed video. Part was giving the kids back their bags was funny, but a good representation of T-Pain's government. Yep. I'm telling you, guy, Amuneke don't raise the bar. I'm telling you, the guy is skit, fire, back to back. I'm like, wow. Yeah? Let me show you guys another one. I'm really enjoying this tweet. If you want to talk, you know what to do. Just talk over this thing and then I'll pause it, okay? I know you have a lot to unload.
Sharp, before minister they come. Agricultural allocation, I collect. Health allocation, I collect. Pipeline water, I collect. Road allocation, I collect. Road, yes now. This road again. Last year you took road. This year road. What is where are your community going to work on?
You not this pipeline water we collect last year. Wait till you want make your people drink.
Wow, governor and minister, what's going on here?
As you can see, we are just sharing public funds.
Oh, I thought it's something criminal.
No, not at all.
Just a normal embezzlement. I got an information that there's illegal activity somewhere. But anything for the boys.
Of course, we can keep the security application as usual.
Yeah, boys. What's the?
All right, so this is the useless man that has been embezzling our money. When I go talk, say I don't talk again.
Put him in room 455,000.
Why are you taking me here?
To our office.
What did he do now? What did he do?
But for now, we don't know. We'll figure things out. Give us some moment. We are that creative. We'll create one or two and put on his head. Hey, why your country? Hello. You cook? Wait a minute.
Oh my God, this is crazy.
Sharp, before minister.
Hey, see people. They see Operation Show Your Voters Card. See, they don't start to the do for PDP states. See, Operation Show Your Voters Card. See, now see, that's what APC is doing, and people are saying we shouldn't talk. See, this is what they are doing.
You know the funniest thing? I don't feel sorry. Now then go cry pass.
Now be the funny thing.
You know? Now you go cry pass. So what is the problem?
I'm telling you. Now they go cry pass. See the video of that stupid man. He should take a look at himself in the mirror and see whether he likes himself.
I'm ashamed of his children.
I'm telling you.
Even his wife.
Exactly.
Yeah. But anyway, what can they say? You know, only God knows how much they gave him to come out and say that.
You know he has a fraud case. You know that, right? There's a
Of
fraud
course,
case.
all of
Yeah,
them.
he had an EFCC case of embezzlement of some oil money.
Akpabi Unko, all of them no be the
All of
same.
them. Exactly.
Former Delta State governor Unko, all of them.
Exactly.
So what's gonna happen? Nothing. Well, I beg, my sister, leave them. Once you join APC, your sins are forgiven.
Are forgiven. Bam. You understand? So once they
Now,
do
this
that,
is the only thing P2B. They haven't found anything.
nope.
They haven't found anything.
They
I'm
can't
sure they will be looking and trying to dig and dig. Nothing.
They don't try find, they don't see anything. They keep digging, they can't find anything. That's the funny thing. They keep digging, they can't find anything.
Trust
You
me.
think that they have not, if to say they don't find something since, you know,
Of
so not
course
be
now. Of course,
Hey.
they don't have anything. They go and verify. One thing I like, even a refine so we come to say that Peter will be arrested this Friday. See how they bring proof. Show the idiot. Yeah?
Exactly.
See how they, and I love my night. They brought out the proof and say, how can you say that? But they said DSS should pay your father. So how is it Peter? The man no respond.
He not go respond now.
Disobedient people, I never see people where they stubborn like them. They are not said there.
I'm telling
you.
you.
Self, even don't tire yourself. They go tell you, collect. We don't even send you. Peter, you too go collect. We don't even send you.
I'm telling you. In fact, when they want that, they'll say Peter will be more first send you. I remember when I think in Abubu Nigerians that, you know, as Peter Obi, they write lengthy this thing, condolence message. He go write to my respected elder brother. The man was a man of this thing, of timber, of caliber. You know, I say, right? They don't already send a message for Twitter. They say, Peter Obi, Peter Obi, make it short. Okay? Make it short.
We don't even send Peter Obi himself too. He will collect. I say, hey. This young generation, that coconut head they view, they go insult you, no respect.
That's what it needs. That's what is needed. Most of the elders don't need respect again for that country. They don't destroy them. So they don't deserve that respect. They have not earned it. They've destroyed it completely. Guy, you say INEC is supposed to register new millions of new voters at the last minute. You never know INEC. You never know what they plan to do. Everybody, they plan what they need to plan.
APC people, they had meeting today with Tinubu now for
You know, they have new media. They are looking for young people to employ for their media arm. I hope you guys are aware.
Where's the young people? The people that will collect money
on Twitter. Yeah,
they will collect money, still go under a different name and yab them.
Exactly. So they are recruiting. I just laugh. I say, more mind they tell me, say, madam, may I go join?
Collect their money.
Yab them. I want their WhatsApp group when they coin all those the same message. Then all of them go carry, they broadcast all over. God forbid, I can't join them more. But where CIA, FBI not get anything of it now, useless. Yes, obedience are like PO stubborn kids. I'm telling you, they don't listen. They don't listen. No. They go tell her, say no. They give a side eye. You know, when you go out with your parents, then and your parents don't want you to eat, and they offer you something, and then you have to look at your parents' eyes to see if you have the go ahead. You guys they'll tell look you no say no go area. That's exactly obedient moment. They will look, they'll say PO, make it short. No long thing. Not when they talk, our senior brother, he was a distinct timber and caliber. I beg. I don't know if that's the reason, but PO has changed though. I mean, I have to say the man has changed. Not be as they talk now being they talk like before. Before it was too polite. Now it don't add some violence join. No,
you come this far, you beat the front security, and you beat the second one. How far more can you go on this?
In simple terms, it's not about beating the first and second gates and barricade. It's about me and a duly elected senator walking into the chambers to resume my constituted duties as I was elected and mandated by the good people of Kogi Central and INEC. And it's unfortunate that we got in today, which is the 22nd of July, 2025, having duly notified the Senate through 2 letters that I would be resuming functions today. As a matter of fact, I'm disappointed on 2 grounds. One is the number of armed policemen that we met outside, all well kitted with guns, charged at a female senator who is unarmed with her people here, patriotic Nigerians. And the second thing is the fact that the Senate, under the leadership of Godswill Akpabio, have decided to become lawbreakers, and by denying me entrance into the chambers to resume my duty. There's been some conversations in the media by his own team trying to twist the narrative that the judge did not order my reinstatement, and I'd like to clarify that. You see, pursuant to Section 318 of the 1999 Constitution, it is very clear that decisions of a court comes in 5 ways. It could be a judicial decree, it could be a sentence, it could be an order, it could be a conviction, and it could be a recommendation. So an order is just one of the 5 decisions that a judge can pronounce over any case. And mine tilts towards a recommendation. Now, you would think that a recommendation is a voluntary. That means the Senate has either they comply or they have the right not to comply. But I'd like to clarify that. Again, if you go further to the to Section 287, subsection 3 of the 1999 Constitution, again, it actually specifies in clear terms that decisions, that's any of these 5 decisions of any of the possible on every authority. So what that means in simple terms, whether they mention that the Justice Binta Nyako of the Federal High Court made an order or made a sentence or made a judicial decree or a recommendation, whatever, however they want to interpret the literal words, interpretation of the words, it is still a decision of a court and it is still binding on the National Assembly. The second issue that I've seen withering around the media is that the Senate appealed the judgment. And I mentioned it, I'm saying it clearly. Hamza, can you please give me, where's Hamza? Let me have that page, please. Let me have the appeal. Let me show them the appeal. Now, this is the appeal that was initiated last week against Justice Binta Nyako's judgment. It is clear that it is not the National Assembly, neither it is the Senate. It's Akpabio himself. Read it. The president of the Senate, he is the only appellant. The National Assembly has not appealed that judgment. The Senate has not appealed the judgment. The Committee on Ethics has not, that suspended me wrongly, has not appealed the judgment. As a matter of fact, Senator Akpabio joined the clerk of the National Assembly, the entire Senate, and the chairman Committee on Ethics as joint respondents to the case. That means Akpabio has taken the National Assembly and the Senate and the clerk and the committee to court as well. Do you understand? That must be clarified. So there is no reason whatsoever, contrary to the publications I read yesterday, that I should not resume today because the Senate has appealed my suspension. The Senate did not. No, what I appealed, there's a contempt, and that is separate. The judgment came in 2 parts. One was to address the contempt, which is based on the satirical letter which I made, or the satirical apology letter which I made on Facebook, which the judge thought it wise in her own stride that amounts to contempt. But I'm saying clearly that does not amount to contempt of her court, because before Justice Binta Nyako was not the matter of sexual harassment, but the matter of suspension. And what I would say clearly, what I would say clearly here is me appealing the contempt does not in any way invalidate the decision of the court that mentions me resuming. And I'll say this again, in as much as the judgment, Justice Binta Nyako's judgment, was the most watery of all the suspension judgments we've had, taking into consideration Senator Aline Dume's and Senator Magege's suspension. But there is one particular portion of her decision which I want us to hinge upon, where she mentioned that my suspension is actually excessive, and that me being suspended for 6 months actually will prevent my ability to carry out my constitutional functions as stipulated in Section 63 of the 1990 Constitution. Now, what does Section 63 of the 1999 Constitution means? That every senator in this and every parliamentarian is to attend a sitting not less than 181 days per year to carry out my constituted functions. And what are the constitutional functions of a senator? One, legislative, which I'll do in there. Second is oversight of the executive. And third is representative of my people. So that means what Justice Binta Nyako told the National Assembly is that not only is my judgment excessive, but it will also deprive me of carrying out my constituted of which I was elected according to the Nigerian Constitution. That is Section 63. So that means my suspension is illegal. If you look at that, because anything that contravenes the Nigerian Constitution is illegal, and the National Assembly cannot be greater than the Constitution. They're now coming down again based on the appeal. Akpabio himself cannot be greater than the courts, cannot be greater than the Constitution. And I want Nigerians to know that the office of the Senate President, Akpabio himself, does not give me my legitimacy as a senator. The fact that he has gone on appeal himself does not invalidate the decision of Justice Binta Nyako and does not stop me from being a senator. I got my legitimacy as a senator today from the people of Kogi Central, who voted me at the February 2023 election. So me being the, well, the most important thing is I am proving to the good people of Kogi Central and Nigerians at large, especially the women who have continuously written to me that they have the right courage in my actions so far. Now, the fact that I've been denied entrance is a statement being made. Our narratives are being shaped, history is being formed and shaped, and policies, again, all of this work together through intentional actions like we have done today. It's on record that the National Assembly under Akpabio has decided to be in contempt of the court's decisions. And it's quite ironic because they are actually lawmakers. So that puts the question, how far as democracy in this day and age. So, however, if we decide to turn our backs and go home, we are not ignorant of the fact that the National Assembly is most likely going to go into recess tomorrow for 2 months, and they will resume pretty much in the last week of September. And like you rightly said, that means they would have pretty much served the earlier 6 months suspension. I'm saying that because as of now, I'm no more suspended. And there's something very important I would like to say. Even the suspension ab initio was fraudulent because the document that recommended my suspension was not attested to by the senators, the members of the committee. It was just an attendance sheet that was photocopied as their signatures. And if we had to go through that, that means ab initio from the onset, the suspension is wrong because the documents, the recommendations itself was faulty. So that's having mentioned that. Going forward, I'm going to have a meeting with my legal team, and then most likely they will have to probably proceed to the appellate court to seek interpretations of what has just happened. Law-abiding citizens, everyone here who has accompanied me, you can see no one is unruly, even though some have vehemently decided to express their dissatisfaction with the system. I am a law-abiding citizen, and it is very important I do mention, and Nigerians should know that even though we do have 2 federal government criminal cases against me, they are on criminal defamation simply because I spoke up the threat to life. And everybody has a right to speak up on their threats to life. And Nigerians should know that I am not facing charges of corruption, I'm not facing charges of embezzlement, I'm not facing charges of drug abuse, and neither am I facing charges of murder. And it's ironic that the people who are actually testifying as witnesses in the 2 federal government cases have cases at EFCC have files at EFCC on record that they have actually embezzled state funds running into billions. So it's really, let me say this, it's very important I do mention the flip of our judicial system, the flip of how institutions being utilized to oppress people who are innocent. If this is a country that if Nigeria works, if our institutions are truly independent and strengthened, then there's no reason why some of these fellows who sit there as senators should even be in the Senate in the first place, should actually be behind bars, and I'm saying that. And I do pray and hope that it is by my actions today and by voices of Nigerians all around, whether in the country or in diaspora, that we speak up and ensure that this injustice that is being meted against me, this persecution meted against me will not stand, so that their daughters will not suffer, so that their wives will not suffer simply because they spoke up against sexual harassment. And I'm sorry I have to mention this, because you see, people have wondered, Natasha, how come there's so much hate? How come you were suspended for 6 months? Just the day after you tendered your petition on sexual harassment, you were suspended. And then there was the fraudulent recall. We also how we survived the recall. And then there's been a whole lot of attacks against me, which by the grace of God I've survived. And whenever people ask me, Natasha, why is there so much hate from the Senate president against you? Why is it the institutions have turned against you, even though by and large, you are pretty much one of the fairest senators or politicians in Nigeria? And I tell them, this is just an iceberg of what I have had to suffer and endure in the Senate under Akpabio's leadership for the last 1 year. Many of you thought that my speech on that floor, when I told him I was not afraid of him, and I did mention, I said, if you make me speak to the media on what I have had to endure in your hands, it would go pretty. And that's to let Nigerians know that that outburst I had on the floor was just a compilation of so many wrongs that Akpabio has meted against me. And I will say this, pretty much it's a shame that we have had so many good Senate presidents. We've had Chuba Akpabio of blessed memory. We've had Senator David Mark. We've had Bukola Saraki. We've even had Ahmed Lawal, who is a senator right now. And I'd say this pretty much is the worst assembly Nigeria has ever had. And I hope we will not have to suffer this anymore, because it tells a lot on the individual. And I've said this before and I'm saying it again. The Senate president, Godswill Akpabio, as if it's the third-term governor of Akwa Ibom. Many senators are afraid. You've all seen what happened. You are not allowed to speak. When you try to speak or air your views on certain issues that are critical, you get shut down if it does not conform with what he wants. So far, I've not been given any official reason. I've only read on the papers yesterday that I should not resume today because the Senate has appealed. And that is why I presented to you that the Senate has not appealed the judgment. It is Akpabio himself. He is abusing power by willing the entire institutions to fight me. It's a personal vendetta that Akpabio is unleashing. Wrong, because you can't have his own senatorial district deprive the Kogi Central of representation. There is just no reason why these gates should not be open. But by and large, considering the fact that the Senate is vacating tomorrow, whenever they deem it fit to resume, we would resume as well. So what matters most is all the pressures and all the calls of me apologizing for no wrong that I did. I have refused to do that. So if it means staying the entire 6 months for an unjust suspension, which I'm saying, repeating again, has been quashed by the courts, so be it. I have pretty much been busy with my constituents on the brighter side. You've all seen, we've been carrying out a lot of projects in the past few months. And that is true to my nature, because I am a technocrat. I'm a lawyer. I'm an oil and gas expert. My formative year in my career were in the oil and gas industry. So I got into politics because I wanted to create a different mark for other people like me who wants to venture into politics. I also got into politics because I want to intentionally raise the standard of leadership. It's enough for us in Africa to sit down and admire leaders or politicians from other smaller African countries, not talk of the European world and the other Western world. So I hope that with this journey so far, however it goes, people should muster strength from me. And I hope that 2027 will have more courageous, younger, educated, intentional leaders that will be elected into office, so that together we can change the narrative of Nigeria. And thank you so much for your love and support, Nigerians. I see you, I feel you. God bless.
Thank you so much.
Nigeria, we hail thee. See as una dey do women.
And your president has
Eh?
not commented on this, not even
Well,
for
you
1
no
day.
go comment now. I don't know. You be like say you get high hopes for this man. Oh, hey, Egbami. The man no send una. He no send una. More than not, they mention his name. He's not interested in you people. Why you people keep mentioning his name? Mentioning his name. If he's not interested, don't mention his name.
First, we offer overnight
Man is
boarding.
there
Your
to
pet will
chop
stay.
money, collect billions, line his pocket, so that the day when una go chase am out, they go chop nyafu.
Abdullahi, who was the interim national publicity secretary of the African Democratic Congress. He's right here now for just good morning and welcome.
Good morning. Good morning. Thank you. Good morning.
It's been a while.
Yeah, quite
You've
a
been
while.
quite quiet on the political scene. Has it been intentional?
Yeah, deliberate. I left PDP last October. And after that, I decided to go in a period of hibernation.
Hibernation? Why?
Yeah, because you need time to reflect. I had been in the political scene for a period of 20 years before then, and a lot of things have happened in between. So I needed time to relax, write my book.
Yes, you are right.
Yes, write my book, and then the coalition conversation happened, and I was invited, and I like what I was hearing. So here we are.
Well, this is what people have. They're looking at the coalition right now. They're wondering whether this is an amalgamation of strange bedfellows, as they had seen in 2014. That people who, did not necessarily agree, but had a common interest, which was to remove a government out of power, and we figure out the rest later. It seems like that is what is now happening again with the African Democratic Congress.
Well, I would say you're totally wrong, but there's a lot more to it than just that. I mean, politics is always about strange bedfellows who have found ways to stay together. In fact, one of the strengths of PDP over the years was that it created accommodation for a broad spectrum of people with different tendencies. The philosophy actually was to include as many people as possible. If you remember at the initial stage, some people say, "Oh, we didn't want to deal with pro-Abacha politician." And they say, "No, if you don't want to deal with pro-Abacha politicians, then you have no place in PDP because PDP wanted to include everybody." Now, so I'm saying in a sense that political party building is always about certain people who have agreed to do certain things. Now, the question is whether it's just about the coalition is just about taking power in 2027. I think it goes beyond that. For me personally, when I said I was invited and I liked what I was hearing, I could see a new vision. I could see a possibility that transcends just 2027. I could see people who are conscious that they're probably running out of time, and there's a need to begin to build the next generation of Nigerian politicians who are committed to certain ideals. And that appealed to me, that interested me, because it's like my age, I'm 56, it's like I straddled both the old and the new. So I like the gateway in between. So, and that fascinated me. And the kind of conversations I've been hearing since then, it's not just about grabbing power. Of course, we talk about rescuing the country. That's what political parties will do when you operate in a country like ours, but it's not just about power grabbing.
So what would you say has been the ultimate failure of the PDP and why you left?
No, I left because of my own local consideration, which I'm not going to talk about here. But
why?
I don't want to talk about it because I need to preserve some relationships. And if you need to preserve relationships, there are some things you don't talk about in public, right? And respect for the history that took 20 years to build. So I don't want to talk about that. If you ask me about PDP generally, then I can give my opinion.
Yes.
I think PDP became its own problem. If you remember, as recent as 2007 or so, PDP was so dominant that I think the national secretary at the time was talking about PDP ruling for 60 years. Everybody had to be in PDP. If you wanted to play, you had to be in PDP.
Who brings that in?
Who brings that in? Internal contradictions, because what people could do in other smaller parties, everybody brought it into PDP. And you knew at that time that if you got the PDP ticket, it's more or less like you've won the election. So the battle for emerging as the party's candidate at any level was so fierce that the party began to implode because of this tension. Then we found ourselves in situations that it now became a party of big men, alienating the membership. So all this led to, when they lost the election, the PDP lost the election for the first time in 2015. PDP was not built to play opposition. PDP was built to govern. So it found itself in a strange place in 2015 as an opposition party. And then everything began to spiral downwards from then. Then came this administration, and PDP remained like the potential challenger for power again. So I don't know if it was deliberate policy of this government or something that some people just decided to undertake by themselves to undermine or take advantage of the internal contradictions in the opposition parties and to make sure they are no longer in it. But what is happening today is a situation that, and I say that this is not because I'm in ADC, that Nigerians have ADC to thank for coming on the scene. Why? We were inexorably heading towards a one-party state, essentially. The last time we came close to, I had one governor, I think Governor Adeleke in Osho, saying that it's not going to be PDP, but it's going to back President Tinubu. I mean, the last time we came close to anything like that was during Abacha, when people would be in one party and be supporting the candidate of another. That never happened before. So for whatever it is worth, ADC is giving Nigerians alternative. So when we arrive 2027, Nigerians can look at the APC and say, are we happy with them? Okay, let them continue. If we're not happy, then what alternative? It's dangerous if there are no alternatives.
Well, clearly, you are not letting the APC now, the APC ruling party, breathe in space. And it does appear that you are now beginning to challenge, which is what an opposition is supposed to do. When facts or whenever it is there releases from a ruling party, we ought to hear the perspective of the opposition on this. Sometimes we hear occasionally from the PDP, sometimes it's the Labour Party, but it does appear that the ADC is trying its best to be consistent on matters that affect policy and also affects, in this instance, statistics. So you've spoken up on this issue of the rebasing of the Nigerian economy. Now we understand that Nigeria is 4th in Africa. It is 40th largest economy in the world. The aim has always been for Nigeria to be amongst the first 20 economies in the world. It doesn't appear that we've made some progress considering the challenges that we have faced. But here you are saying that GDP doesn't fill empty stomachs. Why did you feel the need to say this? Because some people say that this is just a statistic. This is just a realignment of what it is that is our potential, where it is that we need to focus more to see where we can build the areas that are actually productive in the economy, that maybe the government can encourage a lot more to do, to be more productive, and maybe we can eventually meet our goal. Why did the ADC feel a need to speak up on this particular rebasing of Nigeria's GDP?
Hey, did you know that SMUD is now paying Sacramento homeowners thousands of dollars upfront to put a backup battery system in their home? That's right, SMUD just launched their brand new My Energy Optimizer Partner Plus battery program. So now Sacramento homeowners can get the brand new.
Well, there are two issues here. And when we said what we said about the rebasing, about GDP essentially, we're not saying anything new. When the rebasing was announced, the rebasing of the economy was around 2014, during President Jonathan's administration. That was when Nigeria's GDP climbed to #1 in the African continent. These questions were raised by various analysts and economists. I'm not an economist, but I know that as far back as 2008, economists all over the world had begun to question whether GDP was sufficient as a measure of productivity, as a measure of national economy, whether it truly reflects the true state of the economy of the country. French president at the time, Nicolas Sarkozy, actually commissioned a team led by two leading Nobel economists, Amartya Sen and Joseph Stiglitz. And when they submitted their report, the report was eventually published into a book, and every serious student of development economists must have read that book. Mismeasuring our lives, why GDP is not enough. So it's not a new conversation, and that report was launched at the time of global economic crisis. The point they are making is that GDP tends to overlook the lived realities of the people. In other words, you can have economic growth that leaves the majority of the people behind. So it doesn't reflect unemployment. It doesn't reflect real per capita income. It doesn't reflect inequality. So when we talk about GDP, and GDP is rooted in some Keynesian economics. So we're not saying that don't celebrate it. Yeah, it's statistics, but don't celebrate it as if it's a mark of progress. It is not a mark of progress. Because today the truth is that 90% of Nigerians are still in poverty. Nigeria is still the most unequal country in the world. And there are structural issues that need to be addressed that you are not addressing. Nigeria does not even have the infrastructure for social intervention. When we do social intervention as government, as you see in the last administration, it's still ad hoc. Trader money is doing that. We still don't have the infrastructure to deliver it, right? And the physical infrastructure that supports reproductivity is not there. Agriculture, for example, manufacturing, for example. So these are deeper economic issues that we believe the government needs to focus on rather than just GDP. Now, the second point, what are the indicators that you are focusing on? For the first time, Nigeria is including illicit activities as part of economic activity, prostitution, drug trafficking. I mean, this is shocking. Now, just to boost the GDP, they're now including. Now, as strange as it may sound, it's actually not a completely weird thing. That's what statisticians do, right? The United Nations Statistical Commission actually recognized that those are economic activities, and the system of national accounting, you can actually include those things. But the question is, for Nigeria, there are two issues here. One, are we now normalizing prostitution? Are we now normalizing drug trafficking? Are we now normalizing human trafficking? How long will it take us before we start including Yahoo activities as part of economic activities, right? So that is the question, the ethical issue, the social concern, that the implication of including these and recognizing them as economic activity. That's one. Two, do you really have the data? How do you measure the volume of activities in prostitution, economic activity with prostitution? So at best you speculate. And when you speculate, what do? You just bring in numbers randomly. So the integrity of this is actually in question. So that's the point we're making.
I'm thinking about it, and you've looked at this from a broader perspective. You've looked at this from an international context. The fact that it is not just Nigeria that is questioning whether GDP is a fair and accurate way of measuring the productivity and the reality of lives of a lot of people. At the same time, when it does appear that we're doing what it is that is being done internationally, you have local criticisms of how it is that we have adopted it. What would you have had government do instead?
Number one, government ought to have looked at. It's okay to have the GDP numbers, but the fundamental question that government would have asked is, how does this reflect on the life of the majority? Are we doing enough? Because one thing, I'll come back to that. One dangerous thing about this GDP here is also that it's also a measure of debt to GDP ratio, and to also give you the impression that you can still borrow.
And we saw the National Assembly approve a loan for the president's executive arm of government.
There we go.
Just this week.
There we go. So it creates this room for all kind of behaviors. The fiscal discipline that is required to actually boost the economy, to actually invest in the right sectors that can increase real productivity, not prostitution, real productivity that impact on the lives of the people. This government is not doing it.
Why don't you own apartment buildings? Seriously, why don't you own these big apartment buildings? And I get.
We keep talking about food security, and that's one of the business of which they want to take. What does that really mean? We talk about agricultural value chain and all that. What do you really see in that regard? So if what we expect is that this government will actually focus on those things that can boost real productivity, not only in the larger term, including modular refineries as part of the new industries, but the majority of the people are still unemployed. Youth unemployment hasn't gone down. Instead, it's increasing every day. We're producing about 250,000 graduates every year.
That's a problem that every government, and you have served in government as a minister, as minister of, I think, it was youth and
every serious opposition, this is what they're supposed to be talking about. The real issues. This is the only man I see so far from the coalition, this Bolaji Abdullahi, that is really touching on the issues in Nigeria. of what's going on that T-Pain is doing. This is what we should be doing, not coalition. 2 years away. We don't know, anything can change between now. Akpabio don talk say T-Pain kpai. Hope Uzodinjo don come and say T-Pain kpai. We don't know what will happen. You know? We don't know what will happen. So, my people, I beg, let's wrap it up for tonight. Me, I dey go. I got make I go prepare myself for tomorrow. Thank you very much for joining me. Oh, now statistics we go chop. Oh my goodness, no be statistics. So exactly, guys. Grand Walele, Michael, Ify, Kene, Seed, all of una. Thank you for joining me this evening.
Good night. See you guys
Right,
some other
so,
time.
yeah. All right then. Bye, everyone.